Hello, everybody. Hello. My hair is a little blare. Good enough. Hello. We are back finishing off this whole Python programming. Who's it's, whatever. So, yeah. Um, We are close to being done this. Let me open up the thing that we're actually doing. Bam, here's the code. We're close to being done this, as we were at the end of the last stream. I just took a break, and, well, it was a long break, but I was doing other things. But now I'm back actually working on the program again. So, yeah. It's almost done. I think the last things to be finished are just some cleanup and mainly just like separating some parts into their own functions and then commenting what needs to be commented. And then this will be done, and then I'll figure out what I'm doing next. So I guess we'll do this sort of one stage at a time, I guess. Let's finish off like the entire server and then the entire client. Because we can. I guess I had to split it up somehow. So I gotta figure out mainly what I want to split up. The only things I do need to split up are going to be within this, potentially. Let me double check. I have one line I added here about this follow list. With the follow list at the top. Let me make a comment for that, actually. Follow list. If I can spell. Move microphone a little bit further from keyboard. Follow list for keeping track of all terms users are following. I guess that works. Yeah. I'll stick to the commenting style of the code that was here before. Like, I didn't write any of this. The fact that none of this is commented, like the other two functions, seems like it... Wait, no, did I write find keyword? Wait. Wait a minute. Did I? I did write find word. I did write both of these, didn't I? Forgot about that. Hold on, let me double check this. I have the code in its like starting state before I touched it at all. Let me just go check that out. So in the initial server stuff over yonder, that would be this. Fair enough. Okay. I was wrong. So just like a simple comment at the beginning of each of these functions seems to be good. Looks through message and tries to find one of the keywords. I guess we're going to do sort of commenting and splitting things up at the same time. That's just the way that I've done this. Index of finds the index of a particular element of a list. Wait, what? How does this work again? Index of list search. Wait, this is not correct. What is this? Wait, this was something I think I made before but got rid of. Like, I'm not using that anywhere. I'm just realizing that makes no sense. I'm not using that anywhere. I think I started to make that when I was experimenting with something earlier, but yeah, it's not. I'm like pretty sure, yeah, this doesn't do anything. It's not being used. Find keyword is being used like once, I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, fair enough. And I know the other scripts aren't using the things from these scripts, so I know that's fine. All right, so cool, that's that. Next, what new functions are we adding? So we got receive the message, yeah. Check for client. Disconnections, sure. Send the message to all users. Send at most only once. Don't send to yourself. Need to re-add certain new lines here. That is not what happens in any of this. That, I'm going to cut that. That goes all the way to here. Yeah. So I need to commenting all of this stuff in the middle. And it doesn't seem like I actually need to be commenting things that thoroughly. So that's something. So if the input has more than one word and that second word starts with water, let's just with an exclamation mark, that indicates that it's a special command. Okay, I guess this is how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go get the command, I guess. And then we got this is such unnecessary spacing, but I'm gonna make it consistent. I suppose. So if the wait, I don't need to in one line. If I explain the entirety of this, that should be fine. If we have the list command display all of the currently, oh my gosh, active users. There we go. These end with punctuation? Yes. So I guess I'll do that too. With the exclusion of this one. Or I'll do it like this. Okay. Display all the currently active users. I guess that's actually more so send back all of the currently active users. Okay. If we have the follow question mark command, display all of the, or send back all of the current followed terms for that user. Easy enough. If we have the exit command, this ain't too bad. It's nice that I don't have to thoroughly explain each line and what it's all doing. Disconnect that user from the server. Nice. Otherwise, if we have a command with more than 2 words, more than 2, then we might have, okay, this I might have to split up more. We'll see. Okay. Something like, so if we have just the normal follow command, how do I want to split this up? Just thinking. I guess I will split it up on the inside. They'd probably want me to do that. Oh. No, do this. Okay. So this is if the user tries to follow at themselves or at all, return an error. If the user tries to follow a term, they they are already following, return an error. And then lastly, follow, if the user can, or if the user can follow the term, follow, or I don't want to say follow the term, it's a bit repeaty. So follow, register the term in the follow list. Something like that. Ashpooge. Okay, then we got the same thing for the unfollow. Okay, this ain't too bad so far. I didn't split things up yet. I might do that. Maybe I should have done that first. I'll finish this off. Oops. If the user tries to follow, if the user tries to follow themselves or all, return an error. Or this is if they try to unfollow. I guess in this case, I don't know if I really need this. Right? Because they're already if they're already following these terms by default, and they can't unfollow those terms. So, like it'll be caught by this, I think. Yeah. So I don't even need this bit. Now that I think about it, it would be redundant. These are already following term. Yeah. If they try to unfollow themselves or all, return an error. Next. Bah. Do a little bit of that. If they try to follow a term, they try to unfollow a term. They are not following. Return an error. And lastly, if they can, then do the thing. Right? Makes sense. So if the user can unfollow the term, unregister the term. Yes. And then we got the attached stuff. Oh, yeah. I think it's this, a lot of this that will be in a function of some kind. So. Okay. Okay. So if I'll finish the commenting, I guess, if that's what I've opted to do, rather than going back and forth between a bunch of different things. Do one thing, finish it, then do the next thing. Except, well, yeah, I'll maybe finish off the entirety of the server and then finish off the entirety of the client. If the input has more than more than 3 words, or if the input is the attach command and it has more than 3 words, okay, then okay, this is gonna be this needs to be kind of split up into, there's 2 parts to this. William, hi! Hello! Welcome to the stream. I'm back. We are finishing off this program once and for all. Hopefully. We're getting quite close to it being done. The last things that we gotta do is finish commenting it, and I want to clean some stuff up. I've done all the cleaning up, except for that I want to just split some things into their own functions for clarity or whatever. I don't think I need to really rewrite large parts of the program anymore, so that's good. Already back? Yeah, I mean, what was it, 12? That was like, when did I stop streaming? No, it was 12 hours ago, wasn't it? It was like 3 o'clock, I think a little bit before then. So yeah, already back, I guess. All right. This, I'm just going to say, this is the server. So, okay, get the information about the file. I don't need to comment this as thoroughly as I usually do, or so I think. Actually, this might be easier to comment after I split it up into functions. So I might actually do that now that I think about it. Yeah, I think I changed. I'm gonna change my mind partway through. About to head into work, so can't stay long. Fair enough. I mean, maybe could have started streaming earlier. That didn't happen to happen. But yeah, we're close to being finished this, and then I'll figure out whatever the next thing I'm gonna do is. Which, frankly, actually no, I do know what that's gonna be. Never mind. It's gonna be this little AI assignment I have to do. Well, that makes it sound a lot more interesting than it actually is. It's just textbook work that I have yet to start. But it's due Monday night, so gotta get a start on that pretty soon, hopefully. Is it already? Like, it's Saturday now, right? Where did this week go? It just, poof, gone. Isn't daylight savings time this weekend? So I get 1 extra hour? Yeah, I'll put it to good use. Extra hour of sleep. Okay, what was I doing? So I was going to split things into their own functions. I don't need to split every little thing into its own function. Mainly just the big parts. So, like, I could split each of these into their own functions. But part of me is like, is this even, like, worth it to do? I mean, like, because, again, it's a school assignment. It's like, will I lose marks if I don't do this? As long as I split some things, but not everything, it should be mostly fine. The main thing is these, like, so I think I'll split this into a function, I'll split this into a function, and all of this I think I can split into 2 functions, because it's like a 2-parter. This stuff and this stuff is kind of 2 distinct chunks. So I'm going to actually put some enters there for a reminder when I get back to that. Okay, so let's start with this. The command is follow. Isn't there like an extract method thing? Maybe? Is there? I'm looking at the options. I'm not seeing one. Refactor, format selection, open, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. Wait, no, don't cut out too much. I don't want to cut out the if command is follow. Call the follow function, I suppose. Okay, so we'll try this. So some command called follow. I'll have to figure out what the input needs to be and what stuff I need to pass along. Probably need to pass, like this is, yeah, I'll probably need to pass along, wait, what? Wait, where's the, oh, no, never mind. I'll have to pass along the socket, but yeah, we'll get to that. So a new function going here, def, follow, bois and kablamo. No, wait. No, do not, no. Hold on. I lost what I copied. Let's not have that. Don't want to have to retype anything. No, I'm so used to C# ways of doing things. So used to it. Okay. Def, follow. No. Excusez-moi. Okay. So what do you need? Okay. Whoop. No, come on. Okay. So I need words 2, I need user, I need socket. That makes sense. Okay. Sock. So user words 2. I'm not gonna put words 2. What is words in this case? If words 2 in follow list. Words 2 is new term in this scenario. Yes. Okay. Let me just do a thing real quick. Where I just then go. I'm gonna screenshot this so I just know the order. Go open Paint or something. Oh, new person. Hi. Dharmesh Sharma. Hello. How to set up a Linux server with allowing remote server access to multiple users on X XFCE4? I couldn't tell you. Unfortunately, I'm not too knowledgeable. So I do game development stuff. That's my main content and programming hobby. I'm not too familiar with networking stuff. I've been learning a bit of it for this school assignment that I'm doing, but I definitely don't know enough to help you with whatever it is you're doing. So yeah, I'm doing a server thing, but it's very I don't know, probably a lot less than whatever it is you're doing. Like, I don't know what XFCE4 is, so no problemo, buddy. What are you coding? So for a school assignment, it's actually almost done. Right now I'm just doing some refactoring, putting things in their own functions, commenting things, sort of that cleanly stuff there. So right now, it's basically a chat service thingy where it doesn't even have any fancy GUI or anything. It's just these are two clients that are able to talk back and forth with each other through a server. And ideally, you could have a bunch of different clients, but they all go through this server over here. Sending just messages back and forth, being able to see like who are all the active users right now, being able to like have them listen for specific terms that or get mentioned, being able to, and then the main thing, the big thing, is sending files back and forth. That's been a challenge that we've been slowly figuring out, but we got to the end of that. But yeah, there's also can send like a text file from here to the server to here, so that's pretty cool. It's all done through like socket stuff using the TCP protocol. So yeah, stuff I barely understand. I understand like just enough to do what I'm doing here, but this program is my only programming experience with networking stuff, so that shows that I do not have a lot of knowledge with this kind of thing. So what are you using? Django or something else? Oh, someone earlier mentioned Django. I forget what that is, but no. That's an IDE maybe? Or is that how I'm doing the networking stuff? Let me Google this real quick so I can just remember what. I should know what Django is. Not the movie. A web framework? Oh, interesting. Yeah, not using any of whatever this is, so better than Python. Web-based Python program that allows you to easily build powerful web applications. Yeah, no, what I'm doing is not that big to use any of that sort of stuff. So no, the actual communicating between the things is all like local on my machine. I don't even know if it would work between two machines. I forget how this stuff works with IP addresses or port numbers or whatever. But it's done through sockets, if that helps. Like I literally just importing the socket library with Python and signals, selectors, stuff there. So you would probably know better than me what my own program is doing. Okay, so finishing off what I was doing here, where I just copied over these are the terms that I need to put in here. I just kind of copied them so I could sort of see them. Okay, yeah. Again, I'm kind of out of my depth here, just doing what I gotta do for the school assignment. My main thing I do is game development, where I'm new to this field. Fair enough. Cool. Yeah, I'm only doing this because I'm having to for a school thing, but it's going well so far. And we're getting close to the end of it. Okay, so I'm gonna now turn this into a function called like unfollow. And I think it's actually going to take the same input, but I'll worry about that in about a moment. In fact, those don't need to return anything. They're just doing things. So you use Unity? I do, yes. I have like 6 years of experience with Unity. I'm a lot more familiar with that. Like C# quite a bit. Well, mainly C# in the context of Unity, but yeah, that is my bread and butter. I mean, like any programmer, I have a bajillion projects that I've started but never finished, but yeah. I also do some 3D modeling stuff. I'm not a good artist. I've been able to like make some cool looking things that have like taken forever to make. But yeah, I've made some decently cool artsy things, but I'm a programmer by heart. One question, why don't you use Unreal? Because I started using Unity first, and it's just what I've always used. Well, I actually do want to try out Unreal someday. I've just never gotten around to it. So I will try eventually, and then maybe I'll try Unreal and I'll go like, this is amazing. I should have been using this 8 years ago. and then I'll jump over to that and never never look back. I don't know. I couldn't tell you because I've never used Unreal. It just happened to be what I started using first. I think back when I started using it, like Unity was more like there was more tutorials and stuff available for it, so it seemed easier to learn just as like having more resources to learn. And also I like C# more than I forget what programming language Unreal has, but I think I remember it being a bit harder or something. But then it can be easier to make like graphically good looking games. So I don't know. Well, we'll see. Oh, hey, Dad, what that? Hello. And Pocket Oracle, another new person. Hi, C++. This is Python, actually. Oh, C++ for, wait, Unreal uses C++? Is that what it is? Oh, no. Not let me Google this. Unreal Engine programming language. Don't you do something with, like, blueprints or something? Or however, whatever the terms are. Yeah, I'm working in it right now. Fair enough. Weird. Okay, no, it's not weird, but like, oh, you have a visual thing. That's something. Oh yeah, and then Unity was experimenting with doing this sort of thing with something called like Bolt, or whatever. Yeah, it's. Is this node-based way of doing that? Is that popular? Is that a thing that people usually do in Unreal? Is this a common thing? Interesting. Well, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I recognize coding these things. Interesting. Oh, I hate all the pointers. Everything to do with pointers. Not really, I'm exaggerating, but like, yeah, have had to do a decent bit of stuff with that in school, and not fun. I've recently been learning C++ for a class, but haven't like I imagine like doing any sort of programming language and then that programming language in the context of a game engine is very different things. Like I say I like C#. That's mainly it's C# in the context of Unity, where I've like never really used C# like on its own. Have I? I'm not sure. Whereas like yeah, C++ on its own versus C++ in the context of Unreal, I imagine that's very different things. So yeah, I'm missing chat messages. Yeah, Unreal uses blueprints, but it also supports C++. Interesting. Yeah, pointers are complex. Yes, they can trick your brain in some sorts. Yeah. All that, like, not in C++, but just C. All that, like, memory allocation stuff and pointers and addresses. Ugh. So, I have more of a handle on it now, but when I was starting to learn that stuff, oh yeah, a lot of stuff. Ooh, big paragraph. I would say absolutely. I saw a Reddit post the other day of people talking about it. A lot of functions that are redundant, people will code in C++, but for a lot of optimization. But ultimately, it's not a huge impact on performance unless you don't know what you're doing, which I don't. So I'm concerned. Lol. Fair enough. Because yeah, just trying to program something enough, like it be built with duct tape, whatever. But if it like works, cool. Whereas like some people, it's like it's gotta be all super shiny. It's gotta work being extremely good on performance or whatever. Just a little bit ago, I was writing a Unity thing for like a pathfinding algorithm that a certain part of it that was being a big bottleneck. I went the full mile to be like, how can I get this to be as good on performance as humanly possible? I mean, there was one thing that was like unfortunate evil of it is that I had a triple for loop that each iteration, like each for loop was running 4,500 times. So that was a lot. So I mean, one thing was like, yeah, okay, how can I get this to not happen that many times? But it was necessary. This wasn't happening like every frame. It was something that was happening. It was at the expense of either I do some of these calculations every frame, or it's like do all the calculations all at once and then just remember what we calculated from those calculations. That was the trade-off. But then in those for loops, I did every little thing I could do to make it slightly faster. And I don't know if this is the case with other programming languages, but I learned that with Unity specifically, normal for loops are faster than for each loops. I think it's just barely, but when you're repeating stuff that many times, it matters. Well, okay, actually I don't know if it was just that, but at the same time I also converted from like in the innermost loop, it was doing stuff with dictionaries. I swapped that out for using lists, and then I swapped that out for using just normal arrays, and that also sped things up quite significantly. So, yeah, as examples of like the rare times where being super good on performance actually does matter. And I'm actually going to be revisiting that code at one point to try and make it. I have more ideas to make it even better on performance. Mainly the way it currently is. I will never be able to get rid of the triple for loop. It's a necessary thing. It's part of a pathfinding algorithm. The Floyd-Warshall algorithm for directed weighted graphs. That part of that uses a triple for loop. But I might be able to at least get it to be even faster in that, just getting it to each one to repeat significantly less times. So yeah. Anywho, that's an example of some of the stuff I've been getting up to, where I actually more so know what I'm doing, which is not here. But yeah, that's the sort of stuff I'll be getting back to someday. But right now I'm in university, so I got schoolwork to do. Actually, I mean, that project was part of a school thing as well, but it was a game dev school thing. Yeah. Oh, you name dropped, then formula dropped, and it went over my head. What are you coding at the moment? Oh no, so I just know. So not okay. Something called the Floyd-Warshall algorithm. I just know the name because well, it's just funny to say it uses this algorithm. Like part of my program uses this crazy algorithm made by some computer scientist somewhere or whatever. And it's just funny to say. Although I only use that for a small portion of it. I do a whole bunch of other stuff with this pathfinding thing that's really complicated, and there's a lot to it, but it's cool and really good on performance. It's not good on performance, but it leads to something else being amazing on performance, so it's worth it. But what are you coding at the moment? Right now, I can show you real quick. Blah. Over here, basically, it's like a little chat messaging surface thingy where basically I have two clients that are able to send messages back and forth, but everything goes through a server. So it doesn't go from point A to point B. It goes from point A to the server to point B. And actually, you could have multiple clients. I could have 10, and then like a Discord thing or whatever, right? Just sending messages back and forth. But then certain other special commands, including one that has to do with actually sending files, and you send them packet by packet, and then they get reassembled on the other end. So yeah, it's a lot to this. Does it handle security then? Not in the slightest. No, this isn't that complicated. This is it even barely does the sending the packets. It literally just takes the text file and just goes and reads here's some of the letters, send that off. Here's some of the letters, send that off. And then on the other side, it gets it and just kind of stitches them back together and be like, bam, we have all the text now. Let's stick that in a file. So definitely it's not optimal. It's not super fast because it sends it one file, or it sends it one packet at a time. And more advanced networking stuff will just burst fire, send a whole bunch of packets, and then on the other end it confirms that it's gotten all the packets, and it's oh, we missed this one, okay, go tell the client that. It's oh, you missed this one, okay, I'll resend this, and all this more integrated communication. Yeah, my program doesn't do any of that, but it doesn't need to for what this assignment is. Later assignments in this class might get to that point, but this one doesn't. This is just a networking class. I was learning how networking stuff works in the first place, and how the internet works, but then having some programming assignments where I'm having to program some of this stuff. But the extent of what I learn and what I actually have to program are different, right? So with this, I do not have to go that far yet. And we're getting close. The functionality of this program is done. I'm just now commenting it and cleaning things up a little bit. Although, I mean, as I'm shuffling things around, things momentarily break, so I can't really run the program right now. But hopefully I will soon. So what was I doing? So remove term. This is this in these spots. So this has to do with the specific thing I'm messing with here, this unfollow and this follow function. They have to do with being able to sort of have a client listen for certain terms, and then when those terms appear from other people's messages, then it's aware of that. So just weird functionality that this is supposed to have for whatever reason. It's just part of the assignment. I don't get a choice. There's definitely some questionable design decisions in this program, but just the way I was told to do it, so that's the way it's gonna be done. User, yeah, actually this has the same input. Fun. My computer is restarting. I don't know if you can see this, lol. I can. Weird. Very strange. I've had OBS just randomly die on stream, or I get like an encoding error, and I don't know what that means or what. It's weird. It like mess with my OBS settings temporarily. It's weird. It's happened very rarely, but I don't know what actually causes it. I have no graphics right now because I'm installing GPU drivers. Fun. Can you hear me still, or are you just shooting in the dark there? Yeah, I can just hear you, lol. Fair enough. Well, if it's restarting, I imagine I'll cut out soon. All right. Well, yeah, we're getting close to being finished this, and then got a ton of work that I got to do over the next little bit. BRB. All right. Pocket Oracle. Okay, so what am I doing here? So now I have to like fix somehow some of the commenting is. I'll worry about that after. The next thing that I want to do, assuming that this worked, is now I want to this whole attach area. I want to split this up into functions. Split it into two. I purposely put some extra spaces. I think I can have this be a function and this be a function. Except, what of this influences this? Actually, quite a bit. I have to make it in functions in a way that like works. I don't want to have a function have like 10 inputs and like 10 outputs. Or like an output that's like a list of 10 things. I'd prefer to not do that. Also, just wait. Where are you? Wait, what? I'm just realizing something. Where do I set this back to normal? Do I not do that? Why? Oh no. Wait, there's something wrong here. Hold on. Oh no, it goes to here. Wait, hold on. This lines up with here. I do it. Okay, never mind. We're good. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. We're good. I just got tripped up by just how indented everything is. Okay, so I want it's weird. How do I want to do this? This actually gets a bit more complicated because the if else stuff. Even if this whole thing was in one function, that might be fine. Actually, it is two separate things where it's like this. So this is the server. This is receive the file, like with the sending file part. This part is receive the file from the client, and this is send that file to the other client. So it does seem like something I should be able to sort of split in two, other than the file data, the number of packets, the file size. Actually, okay, what is all the information that's shared between these two things? Let me look at that specifically. So we got, not socket, client list, user, kind of. User would have to be passed as input to both of these. No, it doesn't. Just this one. Yes, but, hey! Shadling, Shthreedling, Shedling? Hello, hi! Thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's like 3 a.m, so I can't be shouting, but I know that I'm very appreciative. Hope you're enjoying the stream and all that. I'm doing some Python stuff, and yeah, we're almost done this. I'm just trying to figure out how to clean some things up, split things into their own functions. I could split up this entire thing into one function, and that might be fine, but I just want to do a bit more looking at the thing that I was just saying. It's basically this chunk of code and this chunk of code, what variables is being shared, or more specifically, what stuff is being like calculated here that I then would need to pass into here. So we got file size is being used here, right? Yeah. File name, user, file size, packet, num packets, yeah. Shading, shade. Oh, wait, why did I think there was an L in that? Fair. Oh wait, One Hit Gaming. Sorry, never mind. That was you saying that. Also, hello, welcome back. Actually, if I go to the, no, it did have an L. It did have an L. It was shadling, something like that. Fair enough. But also, hello, welcome back with One Hit Gaming. You missed me, like you caught me like right at the end of my last stream, but now, yeah, I'm back. Finishing off this Python program thing. I'm tempted to just combine this all into one function the more that I look at it. Except for the blocking. No, might as well do it with the blocking too. Yeah. Okay, let's do, yeah, all of this. Call this attach, I guess. I have to figure out what I'm actually going to have to put as input to that function. Let's just make the function first, and then I can have a look. Def attach Bwamo. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. And this can go like this. And this cannot be so separated. Python. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, this is a school thing. We're almost done this. So I need pass socket user. I need the entire words array. So just the entire words array. Is that it? Wait, is that what? Is that really it? Really? Okay, sure. Red Panda Coding. Hello, hello. This would look better in Rust. Have you tried Rust? I have not. That might be true, perhaps. What do you mean by look better? Do you just mean like the IDE looking better? I'm not really using a lot of the functionality of the IDE itself. I just needed a place to type code. I could have been using PyCharm. I have that on this computer. This is just a simple school, well, it's not simple, but it's a school project where I'm a fan of Rust and try to evangelize people. Fair enough. Well, maybe I could try out Rust someday. This is my usual programming stuff that I do. I'm only doing this because it's a school assignment, and then I'll never be touching this again. So yeah, usually I program with Unity and C#. So that's my bread and butter there. Although I don't know if Rust works with C# or whatever, but I'm assuming Rust is an IDE. Write once, run never. Yeah. Is Rust an IDE? I recognize the name. I just forget what it is. I mean, there's a game called Rust, but I know you aren't referring to that. Unless you can program in the game. No. Rust is Rust is a language. Oh, right, yeah, that ringing bells. Fair enough. I've never used Rust, but okay, that's more so that I cannot use Rust in this case. Yeah. Oh, Biniar. Hello. This is a school assignment where I'm told I have to use Python, so I don't get a choice in this, so unfortunately I can't. No Rust? Alright. Well, I do not know Rust enough to give any sort of verdict on it. If you like Rust, that's totally fine. Most liked language on GitHub and Stack Overflow surveys for years now. Really? Really? That's cool. Neat. Interesting. Huh. I mean, if you search up most popular programming languages, I thought Python was like what came up first. Most popular and then like Java was in there somewhere. Yeah, see Python, Java. Yeah. I mean, okay, this is different than what you're saying coming from Stack Overflow. I'm curious of seeing Rust in this list, perhaps. Oh, interesting. R is don't even get me started on R. MATLAB, Ruby. Interesting. That's more computer languages. I guess that's a bit different. Yeah, it's most popular in terms of usage. Usage and it makes sense, I guess, of those being different things. I just want to see if Rust is. I'm curious. Okay, let me search for Rust. There we go. Interesting. And it's going up. It's going up a lot. Interesting. So it seems to be usage of Rust is unfortunately low. Huh. Well, it seems to be rising. That's kind of neat. How many programming languages do... Oh, Hypervisor, another new person. Hi. Hello. Do you know C and C++? Yeah. So I'm in university, and with schools things, I've had to learn C and do quite a bit of stuff with C, but then I haven't touched it in a while. And then now I'm just starting to have to learn C++. So kind of, I would say. At one point, I did have to write some really complicated programming stuff in C, but that wasn't for that was in April, So, yeah. All right, I'm back. Hi, Pocket Oracle. Welcome back. My main programming language is C#. I'd say is my favorite programming language, mostly because of Unity and game development stuff. Hey, I would like to shout, but I can't if I want to continue living where I'm living. No. But thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. 87. Holy, that is insane. Ha, indeed. How? I cannot comprehend this number. Jeez. I've only been streaming for my 2-month anniversary thing is in a few days. So there's that. That is absolutely crazy. Oh, hold on. Where does a constant variable get stored? Text segment, data section. Why can't I talk? Where does a constant variable get stored? Text segment, data section, stack. I don't know if you're asking me or if you're quizzing me. I don't know. I would think so. A constant variable. I don't know if it being on a stack would make sense unless it's because you can define constants in like a function, right? Not necessarily at the top. It might depend on the programming language, but the fact that you can define constants in certain scopes. Also, I saw that the thing got redeemed. I'll go to that in a second, but and I saw a chat message the thing that might be giving me an answer, but I'm going to reason this out myself for a second. Because constants don't just like would take up less memory or something, probably because they don't get changed or whatever, but they can be defined in the scope of something and then they can then stop existing. So my guess would be stack if I had to guess. Lots of things. Oh no, data section. Oh wait. Oh, hold on. And also, I'm going to start mixing this up. So someone redeem solve a Rubik's Cube, or Buzz Binar, and I will do that. I'll start just scrambling this with one hand as I catch up with chat. How many languages I know? For my job, I did PHP, Ruby, JavaScript, and now TypeScript and Go. For myself, I did C#. Oh, hold on. C++, or C++, Java, Scala, Haskell, and now Rust. I'm a bit of a nomad. Whoa, cool. And it's a text section. Constant variable is not constant. Is it not? Really? Or no, constant like pi. Okay, no, yeah. Constant like pi is different from like a constant variable that's like never going to change. So I guess if that's what you mean. Oh, in a drawer or a bottle. It depends on the compiler. It seems GCC stores in a stack. Like that's what I was thinking, is that it could depend on the compiler of what the rules are with it, with defining constants or whatever. Especially because Python's very different when it comes to variables, or even just with some programming languages like Python, you can make the variable and kind of decide what type it is later to a degree. But like C#, you have to define what it is for the most part, or So that's probably things I imagine would lead to a difference. Do you have extensive experience, or is it a touch and go with a little focus on some programming languages? Your thinking is very good. The scope idea helped you figure it out. Yeah, that was my rationale. Whether it was right or wrong, I don't know. Okay, a lot of things I just read that I'm gonna respond to. So so someone was talking about the number of how many programming languages that I know. So let's see if I can list them. So all the programming languages that I've ever really touched are C#, Python, C, C++, Java, JavaScript, Visual Basic. Mainly that was with some Excel programming stuff. I feel like I'm missing one. Is that all of them? No, I've dabbled in HTML. That doesn't really count, but it is something I've dabbled with a tiny bit. I feel like I'm missing one, but yeah, there you go. With those, my main experience is with so Python was my first programming language. C# is my bread and butter, what I've used the most. I've done a lot of Java and JavaScript in school stuff, but not in a while. And right now I'm doing some Python stuff, and in another class I'm doing some C++ stuff, so there's that. Oh boy. I have extensive experience with JavaScript, TypeScript, Ruby, Go, Rust. Oh wait. Hold on, I'm missing things. And others I kind of lost touch with. When I try a language, I try to implement entire projects, not just read some words. Fair enough, yeah. All the ones I've just mentioned, I have done more than just a little bit of dabbling. I've actually written programs, usually for school stuff with them, but then it's I just haven't touched them in years for some of them. So, good coding practice to absorb stuff? Yeah. If we count the languages I've touched, wow, that'd be a lot. Fair enough. I could just go to Wikipedia, look at all the programming languages that exist, and then just look at a code example of all of them, and then bam, I know every programming language that's ever existed ever. But no, it doesn't work that way. Oh, assembly. I forgot assembly. I've done some assembly code stuff, if that counts. Sharp C. Yeah, C#, Sharp C. What are delegates in C#? Oh, delegates has to do with weird event stuff. That has to do with I don't know the proper definition, but in Unity I know you use delegates to have events. Have bits of your code sort of listen for certain events and then use that to like, when this thing happens, call this function in weird ways. I know with like buttons, you'd sometimes do that, like UI button things, but there's probably then more other stuff beyond that. But it's for like event stuff to my understanding. I'm missing things. What school did you go? Dang, I forgot. I have to be at a video call. See y'all later. University of School S. I've done, oh, there's so many messages. I want to keep up with you. I want to respond to all of you, but this is a lot of messages. But I love the chat interaction. This is great. I've done Lua, modified Lua library, HTML5, Java, Python, C++, C#, and a bit of BBC code. I like scripting languages. Fair enough. I'm a strong believer in that if you get the principles of programming down, the language doesn't matter. To a large degree, yes. Except for, I mean, there's certain concepts where, like, if you've only done Python, then if you've, like, never really touched addresses and, like, pointers and all that, and then you learn C, then you have to learn some of those fundamental things. But in terms of, yeah, like, variables, functions, all that stuff, yeah, that definitely is the case, I would think. All right, bye. Well, thanks for dropping by, Red Panda Coding. Hopefully I'll catch you later or something. Who knows? But thanks for dropping by. Yeah. I thought delegates are like objects for functions. I might be giving a very wrong definition. So, yeah. Nice one, Mara! Hey! I would like to be yelling, but it's like almost 4 in the morning where I am. But hey, thanks for the follow. Hey, thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, someone a little bit ago, it was Binar, redeemed the solver Rubik's Cube. So I'm going to do that so I can have, rather than just keep spinning this. So I have Rubik's Cube stuff. I can solve Rubik's Cubes, and I just put it as one of my redeemed things because I needed something to do. I couldn't think of other ones. All right, ready? 3, 2, oh, this is going to go terribly. 3, 2, 1. That's off to a terrible start. Jeez. Okay. At my best, I could solve this in like 50 seconds, so, but those days are behind me for now. Oh no. No, okay, hold on. This is, like, my biggest pitfall with all this is when I'm, like, looking for a certain piece and I just cannot find it, which happens often, frankly. So, almost there, kind of. Oh, big mistake. Hey, okay. And then, I'm trying to, like, keep this in frame of the camera, so I'm kind of holding it weirdly. Oh, I got unlucky. Oh, boy. And a little bit of... Oh, I almost dropped it. Great. Love to see that. Ooh, okay. Almost there. Bam. Ha. There we go. Hi. Oh, hi. Nice one, Mara. Hello. One of my nicknames is Mara. That freaked me out. Fair enough. Yeah. There we go. Did that successfully. I definitely flubbed at some points in that, but don't know if you could tell. My biggest struggle is some parts where I'm like, I'm looking for a certain piece. Oh, I see how it is. JK, no, you redeemed it. This is how this works. You redeem it like 10 times. I will solve this 10 times. What was that like? Have you seen the box from the film Hellraiser? I have not. I'm not familiar with that movie. What was that, like 40 seconds? I don't think so. Was it? I'm gonna doubt it. I didn't time myself. If any of you want to time me, go ahead and do that. Here. Guess the pressure is on now. I want to say that was like a minute. That was pretty fast. Thank you. Actually, yeah, I was saying that like, oh no, this is going terribly. I was making mistakes there, but yeah, and I guess like it was maybe decently fast. And I got unlucky with one part where it's like, oh no, this will take a lot longer than it usually does to solve. But yeah, no, I guess it's pretty fast. Okay, ready? Again, we're gonna do this. If anyone wants to time this, I'm not going to. Oh boy. Oh no. How am I gonna? Oh no. Not a good starting position, but I guess this is how the tables, or that's something. Okay, ready? 3, 2, wait. Okay, 3. No, hold on. 3, 2, 1. Oh no. Where's green? Hold on. This is so much harder when I'm trying to keep the cube on camera. Oh no, this is... I'm just gonna keep saying, oh no. A. Alright. Hold on. I saw something in chat at the corner of my eye. Ooh, okay. The fish.
And, hey! Oh, if I just knew, or that wasn't J-Perm, but bam, done. Ha 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 ha. That was pretty fast. Haha. Yeah, buddy, that was 40 to 60 seconds, lol. Maybe. Yeah, I did a time with that, but yeah. You're going to have to be quicker than that. Yeah, I struggled at the beginning. Something, like, I couldn't find, so the first thing I do is solve the green side. I thought I saw it, like, when I was planning, but then I just, like, lost the green edge here. I'm like, where did it go? And then it was fumbling the cube. It's also weird trying to solve it like this so it's on screen rather than like this. So I clipped it and went back. Missed about 10 to 20 seconds of footage though. Fair enough. I don't know. I mean, if you want to time it, you could like. Well, I guess you don't have the clip or until you look at the VOD, but just opening up like a timer thing, and when I say go blah. Oh, I have something there. If someone wants time to redeem my horror game, no. Don't tell me that you've actually saved that. No, you're not. That's impossible, right? To my knowledge, I haven't had it open enough for that to be possible. But I will keep my promise if that happens. Actually, we might reserve that for Outlast 2, probably, is what I imagine the horror game I will play with that getting redeemed. So, yeah. I played Outlast like a week ago with Halloween and all that. I'll only get rid of this one for my stream notification. Yeah, so that's that. It was scary times to be had by all. But yeah, no, I used to be able to solve this. Well, I mean, I did solve it fast, but I think I used to be a little bit faster. But then I definitely lost. I don't remember some of the things that I used to remember when it comes to solving this. So there's some parts where I'm like, I don't know what to do, and I just kind of do random stuff until I get one of the situations that I do remember. So there's that. I'm also learning to blind solve this bad boy, or soon I might. I don't know when I'd get to the point of being confident and like fast enough in it to do it on stream, but one day you might see me solve this blindfolded on stream. I don't own a blindfold, so like with my eyes closed, but you know. So is this course, you're doing this project for a computer science course, or is it more specific like a game dev course? So this class is just normal computer science stuff for networking, but I do have other classes where I'm doing some game dev stuff. So yeah, would it be Braille, or how would you know the colors? Oh, so Binar. So when I say blindfolded, it's not like you mix it up and give it to me and then I turn. It's like you give me the scrambled cube, I get to look at it without turning anything. I get to look at it and memorize whatever I want, and then I close my eyes, do a bunch of turning, and then when I think it's solved, I open my eyes, and if it's solved, then that's a good thing. So that's what blindfolded solving is. Edgic memory boy? I don't know what that means, but that's just long memorization, kind of, but it's still impressive. Because actually, when you like solving a Rubik's Cube and solving a Rubik's Cube blindfolded, you do a lot of different things. Like when I'm solving a Rubik's Cube normally, I kind of respond to what I'm seeing. Like it's not like when I started solving this, I knew exactly what I was doing to solve it. I kind of solve this part. Okay, what's it looking like? Solve this thing. What's it looking like? So there's that. But then Debtic. Eidetic. All right, that thing. It's like photographic memory, but like better than that, right? I thought it was just something you give to smart kids to shut them up. Well, but blindfolded solving is interesting. Actually, with the memorization, because you memorize certain things in a way to make it easier to actually memorize. My way of how I learned to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded ends up turning into, at the end of it, memorizing like a bunch of words and then like visualizing those words into like a scene in my head, I guess. And then that leads to the things that I remember to make that lead to certain things I need to know to actually solve it. More specifically, I'm memorizing letter pairs, like pairs of two letters, like QJ, DC, X. I almost went like Battlefield, like it's like X7 or something. Well, but whatever. But yeah, just a bunch of letter pairs, and then you remember those letter pairs by making them into words and stuff like that. Oh, I'm missing things. Oh no. Oh yeah, I got a drawing tablet so I can draw my gun designs. Ooh, cool. When it gaming, yeah, the things you've been making in the Discord are pretty cool. So keep up the good work there. Definitely cool. Your brain memorizes because it just wants to go faster and faster. I guess maybe. Drawing tablets are a blessing. What software are you using? There are people that can't actually visualize things in their mind. I wonder if they're able to solve it blind. So you don't have to do the visualization thing to actually do that memorizing. Do you leet code? I do not leet code. When I say, so if you can remember, okay, again, I guess you could, if you could, like, as I said, for what I do, I memorize letter pairs. So whatever you need to do to remember letter pairs could work for you, I guess. That be how ADHD is, I know, lol. But actually, so interesting thing with the visualizing thing, I'm using Photoshop. Ah, cool. I kind of have that a little bit. I'm gonna give this explanation. I don't have, what's it called? Not aphantasia or whatever. I don't have that, but I swear I have something like in that realm. That's not, it's weird. Or not weird, but like, hold on. What's that, what's the term so that I can Google it? I need to see, there's a certain diagram I need to see to explain myself here. Singing helps long memory? Yeah, that I can see being a thing for like music or whatever being easier to memorize or whatever. What's that thing? It's not aphantasia. Is this what I'm thinking of? It is this. So are you guys familiar with this thing? This concept of how some people can't like visualize things in their mind? Like, or proper, or like it can be like on a scale like 1 to, this is like a scale of 1 to 6 is like an example, I guess, where some people are like this, some people are more like this, some people are like this. I'm kind of none of these, but 2 of these at the same time. I'm a little bit like 1 and 6 at the same time. It's weird. Is how I would describe my visualization of things or whatever. Okay, I need Photoshop to. Short-term memory is shot. Can't remember things. Create new. Can't remember things that happened yesterday until a couple of weeks pass if I've committed it to memory. Oh, weird. Interesting. What happened to AI tag? We finished what I needed to finish for like the school project that was, and I will mark 1 of it, I guess. We'll be continuing it at some point, but I just have a lot of other school work to do beforehand. So I'm just quickly doing this. So actually, if I take this, blah. I will be returning to that someday, but I got a bunch of other work to finish soon. So how I would describe myself in this regard, I guess if I'm gonna do this now, is sure, good enough. Blah, and I've given yeah. So I'm not. Hold on, I got this. 1 second. So I would describe myself more like this, if that makes sense. So not like that. Like, hold on. Like not this, but this. Like this, but less. But not this, which is strange. So that's why I almost describe it as like not like to this degree. I don't know. I mean, hard to say like exactly what percentage or whatever. It depends, I guess. If I get really daydreamy, then this doesn't apply. But in terms of trying to like, I am imagining an apple. Yeah, that's how I'd say. It's like something like that, I guess. But I missed things. Oh no. Hold on. What brand is your drawing tablet that you're talking about? One Hit? Yeah. I might get a drawing tablet one day. Who knows? If I continue to do blendery things, that could be helpful there. Mainly for like sculpting things in there. My some warnings for you. I have like 3 to 4 tablets and none of them work in Photoshop how they're supposed to. Fun. Soviet music play. I got Photoshop for free. I have it for free as well. Well, mainly someone else. I have it because of someone else. So yeah. Why you have so much energy at 4 a.m.? Because I woke up at like 3 p.m. No. Because I went to sleep at 3 p.m. today, woke up, and then got food, and then started streaming. That's why. My sleep schedule is kind of inverted right now, and I'd like to fix it at some point, but that hasn't happened yet. He's got ADHD, JK. I think I do a little bit, but yeah. I know nothing about Photoshop, and I'm not trying to learn it. Fair enough. Are you enhanced for school? What do you mean enhanced? Am I special? Is that what you're saying? No. Or it's running on coffee. No, actually, I don't drink coffee, so that's a thing. But anyways, enough of this. Blarg. But lots of interaction in chat. I love this. It starts with H and ends with N. Don't remember the name. What starts with H and ends with N? Oh, the name of the brand of the drawing tablet. Enhanced means being on 80. Oh, ADHD. You should try cannabis and coffee. Funny enough, my first year roommate was a drug dealer. Well, sold weed and then got kicked out of university. So no, he didn't get kicked out of university. He got kicked out of residence. But so that's a story I have. The only roommate I've ever had. I have yet to have a roommate since. So, yep. I almost have had a few times, but then the things just didn't work out. What was I saying? I was gonna say something. I'm so many people ask me things. I'm sorry that I haven't responded to things. If you asked a question earlier that I didn't respond to, feel free to re-ask the question. That's okay. Just want to forewarn you about the tablet stuff. Wacom, Terra, it's beautiful. Yeah, less problems. Fair enough. Tesla said he avoids all stimulus. Huron? Hoyan. I don't know. But someone asked what school I was going to in my school stuff. I go to Western University in my 4th year of a computer science degree that is an honor specialization in computer science with a minor in game development. So, yeah. That's that. This is just this is a class more to do with the computer science side, but I then also have some game development classes where I've been doing some streams, making some cool stuff there. So earlier, one had asked about this tag game that I'm making, this AI tag, where I totally could have maybe should have used Unity's nav mesh system for doing pathfinding, but I decided not to because I was confident that I could try to make my own pathfinding system that would be better on performance and could do things that Unity's AI thing or Unity's pathfinding thing can't do. Which sort of, but it's still very buggy. But yeah, so that's what I was doing, making a tag game where you chase not AI, you can use the term AI. Have you played with NN? I don't know what that is. Hey, Kastel Ghoul. Kastel Ghoul is now following. Hey, hello. Gonna call you Dr. CC, Dr. Cyberchroma. Fair enough. I mean, I'm wearing the lab coat, so neural nets. Oh, neural networks. I have a little bit actually, with not a good degree of success. I in Unity got a neural network where it was like, hello. Oh, Kastel Ghoul. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm just rambling about lots of different topics as chat is almost going too fast for me to keep up, but I'm getting there. Doc. Yeah. Ha, I can do a face as well. Hello, people waving. I can wave in real life. We're all on drugs. Yes. No, there's so many things. What was I responding to? Neural network things. So at one point I basically, in Unity, got it so that you know, like the rollerball thing that's like the hello world of Unity? Well, not me. Basically I got ball going from point A to a goal. I tried to get a neural network to just do that task. If it was a straight shot, it eventually was able to go beeline towards the goal. As soon as I put an obstacle, it was not able to figure out how to get around that obstacle, but yeah, maybe I could revisit that at some point. I am a caffeine and nicotine. Same lol. Nice. Been setting up a FiveM server. Ooh, wait, FiveM, that's like the GTA. Wait, that's like the GTA server stuff, right? Is that what that is to do with? If I remember, I've never FiveM. Yeah. I try to avoid unnatural stuff. Yeah, GTARP. Oh, GTA-RP. Ooh, I think that's interesting. Are any of you familiar with Stan the Waterman? No, that in one word or a few words give me I read it as GeoTarp as well. My photo randomly restarted. Oh, my phone, I think that maybe randomly restarted. Fun. Haha. Yeah, that's my experience with GTA RP pretty exclusively. So yeah, but I mean, I'll do it myself one day. Who knows? I don't know how well. I'm not great at improv, and that is something I'd almost like to get better at, because I feel like being able to randomly talk about funny stuff, blah blah blah, would be better for the being entertaining on the Twitch stream kind of stuff. So it's almost like I'd want to get better at that kind of improv type things. So maybe doing stuff like that could be good practice or something. What's your WPM? Oh, words per minute? Low. Not as high as it maybe should be. But yeah. FiveM is a pain from what I've seen, heard, and tried to get into. Yeah, but yeah, that does seem to be the case. Yeah, a lot of stuff is broken, lol. Not stuff with my stream, is it? Oh, with 5M, do you mean? Hopefully not my stream. I'd like to hope my stream isn't broken. Things seem fine so far. You should do a speed test for a points redeem. You got 89 followers now? I do! Look at this! It's absolutely insane. This is insane. How far away are we? On November 11th, or like I started on September 11th. That was the first day I started streaming. And we're at this. How does this happen? How? I don't know. The scripts, yeah, it's because a lot of people code their add-ons for them, not for everyone else, or to be user-friendly for other mod capability. I hired someone to code it. Ooh, interesting. A lot of interesting programming things going on. Yeah, and meanwhile, I'm doing some school stuff that, here, while people are here, while my stream count is like higher than average by a significant margin, I'm his first follower. Unfortunately, that's not true. One hit. I think you're pretty early, but that role goes to Cause. Cause something. I forget his full thing, but I call him Cause. So yeah, I see that. Yeah, he was, and then one of the first my subscribers, which is also really really cool. But yeah. So where is I need to show you guys Reginald, Rotten Reginald. Ultimate tag. Assets, sprites, character icons. This guy, bam, made this guy in Blender. Yeah, I don't know, I think this render of him is really funny. It cracks me up. Might turn this into an emote at some point or something. I just think it's funny. But not all of it works. So we just threw and started a ticket system. Oh, so we gonna through and start a ticket system. I love charts, lol. You should check out a program called Everything for searching your files. I maybe could. Well, in my case, I just had to find the right subfolders. I mean, if I didn't remember the name of the image, then I can't exactly search for it. And I have other things called Rotten Reginald. So in this particular case, it would have been harder to find even if I did search for it directly. And also, I could have just searched it like up here and probably have found it. But I was more looking for like particular folders or whatever. You should check, or don't listen to him. I'm first follower. All right, if you say so. I really want to do 5M at some point. I had a friend who's making a server. But anytime he tried to put together a team, everyone fell through. Fair enough. Sounds like D&D. Some people's experiences with D&D. I have. Do I still have it around? Maybe I don't. But I have played D&D twice. I think on 2 occasions. So, and I still have an old character sheet around somewhere. I don't even remember my guy's name. No, I'm the first. It's a trap. Oh. But yeah. This, maybe we do 5M like Cyberchroma server. Brilliant idea. I got the programming stuff. I'll make my own server. No. DM me. Oh, with the 5M stuff. I would honestly, if I was less busy, I would be interested in trying that stuff. I do quite like GTA 5. I mean, I've never done like really like online stuff too much, but I quite like watching speedrunning stuff with GTA 5. One of my favorite YouTubers is Dark Viper AU, if you're familiar with him. I mean, that's not roleplay stuff, but yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so what was I doing in this? There's, I think other things that people asked me that I maybe didn't respond to. We're getting a lot of chat interactivity, which I really appreciate. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. And hopefully stream is being entertaining and all that. Despite the fact that I haven't actually been doing anything other than talking. I've just been scrolling up and down in this document that I haven't even been talking about. Is this code hosted on a public Git repository? No, this code is a school assignment where once I finish the assignment, which I'm like so close to being finished it, that I'll never be touching this code again. It's not an actual like any sort of big revolutionary program to any degree. I do what I can. I know how good it feels to have people talking. Yeah, and I really appreciate it. Especially because like a lot of these people are like newer viewers. I have lots of like, well, combination of like regulars and like, or I say regular, like people who have been for a while or people more recent. It's cool to, be growing this kind of community thing or whatever. I hate GTA 5, prefer older versions. Fair enough. I know a lot of people say GTA 4, I think it is like really good. I've yet to play that. I haven't played any of the other GTA 4, like the other GTA games. I'm just aware of their existence to some degree. But who knows, if I continue doing the Twitch thing, then I'll start doing, I stuttered so hard there. let me try that again. If I continue doing the Twitch streaming stuff, maybe at some point I'll do like more Let's Play things, then I'll play through all the GTA games or whatever. GTA 2 for life. Oh yeah, top down. Oh yeah. How did the series turn into that? What GTA 1 was to like what GTA 5 became, and GTA 6 with its non-existence. But okay, what this program was, I was starting to say this, is just a thing where you have like chat messages that go between it's two chat clients that send messages back and forth through a server. They can also send files back and forth. And with that, I have to deal with actually sending like individual packets and then combining the packets and fun stuff like that. So yeah, the program itself is like done. Like all the functionality is there. We're just doing a bit more, some cleaning up, putting things in their own functions and all that sort of stuff. San Andreas or Death. Oh, that's the name of the other one that people really like. Fair enough. I can't like say how good or bad it is because I've never played it, but I mean, given general responses of people, it's probably pretty good if I had to guess. So yeah. Okay, let me finish. What was I doing? Okay, this I need to just sort of jot down these words. So I just kind of put this in here. So I can kind of copy them in another part. But yeah, if you guys want me to play that stuff at some point, maybe I shall. Except I need more free time to actually do it. I have so many things that I want to do, so many projects that I have in the works. I just don't have time to work on half of it. Most of the stuff I've been doing on Twitch stream stuff has just been school work. I mean, thankfully some of it's been like more interesting, being like game dev stuff, but still schoolwork nonetheless. Like that entire like AI tag thing, that was a school assignment. I would have never done that if it wasn't a school assignment. I would have been working on an abstract adventure, my other like personal game project that I really want to continue working on at some point. I just need the time to do it. That was for everyone who has no idea what that is. I was working on a game called An Abstract Adventure that's going to be a 2.5D platformer, and by that I mean a 2D platformer but with 3D graphics, where the main gimmick is that you go back and forth between two dimensions, like two alternate dimensions, like very frequently, where things look mostly the same but like slightly different, and then like depending on which side you're on, you have slightly different abilities. So yeah, it's going to be cool. And when I say actually, here's the coolest thing. Like it's hard to like describe without visuals, because I have a little video of it. When I say go back and forth between dimension, it's not like you press a button and everything changes. That's how it was originally. But then I stumbled across an idea that I really like, that I think is unique, that I think could be really cool if I could make it work well, which is this. This footage is like over a year old. I think the game doesn't look too much different because I haven't been working on it in so long. But this is what I mean when I say go back and forth between two dimensions, where things are slightly different. Ideally, the aesthetic would be like on one side, everything's all sci-fi, and on the other side, everything's all fantasy and magic and stuff. So yeah, that's the idea. And then when I say you have slightly different abilities, it's like when you're the cube, you can like wall jump and like dash through the air. When you're the sphere, you can like glide and then like smash and like bounce off the ground, and stuff like that. So yeah, Super Meat Boy, kind of. I mean, he is a square, or he's more. Is he more square-like or more rectangular? I think he's more square. He's Square Boy. Yeah. I have played and beaten. Well, I've beaten the campaign of Super Meat Boy. I have not beaten like 100% of it. I'm no god. But maybe one time at some point on stream I'll like grind that out. And there's plenty of games where I could be playing on stream and then try to actually 100% them. At one point I wanted 100% The Binding of Isaac. Actually get Platinum God in that. If I'm going to do triple Platinum God, who knows? We'll see. But I'm working on a game that will never be completed. Same here, but like times 20. Yeah, I know the feeling. Best of luck with that. Hopefully I can finish one of my games someday. Also, this was another thing of the same project. Actually, this footage is even earlier, because when I was testing around with that the circle thing, I stripped away the graphics like temporarily to mess with that. So that scene looks worse graphically. It was like on purpose. I purposely went back to everything being super simple just to experiment with gameplay ideas. So yeah, it's nice looking for how simple it is. Yeah, thank you. And this was over a year ago. I think I've improved with Blender and stuff like that a decent bit since then. Like I do want this cube guy to have a bit of a face. So actually cube girl, if I'm being specific. The cube one is an engineer person named Q, and then the circle person is a knight named Sir Cal. Get the pun? Get the pun? Yeah. So Sir Cal and Q. I was gonna maybe make it like Q Lee or something like that, but I don't have a. I don't know if I like that. Hey, I regret zoo redeem solving Rubik's Cube. Guess that means I'm going again. I could try to come up with more other redeem things. Those are just like when I unlocked that ability to have like the channel points and be able to redeem stuff. That's just kind of what I thought of off the top of my head. Because like, oh, I have Rubik's Cube, I guess like that's something. And then I also have the horror game one that I never want to actually have be redeemed, but if it does, I will keep my promise. So, but yes, this was this. When I say have a face, I can go back to another thing. When this game first started, it was actually like full on 2D and it looked like this. So ideally, I want to emulate this in 3D to some degree. I don't know. I want it to look good, so like, well, it's something I'll play around with a lot more. I also have a design drawn up for the circle guy. I have a face and like he has hair and all that too. It's just not in this clip. So yeah, so that's where I'd like this to eventually go. I just suck at 2D drawing stuff. Like this footage might look nice, like it's a cool stylistic thing. I struggled hard to go beyond this. Like after this, I tried to make that like rooftop level in 2D. I struggled so much where I was like, no, I can't continue the game being completely 2D. I just do not have the capabilities of making it in the way that I would like to, unless it was all like super simplistic. So yeah, that was that. Although that was well over a year ago. If I tried again now, then who knows, whatever. But yeah, anyways, so also, you notice in that footage, the two characters actually moved independently, and then now it's changed where they actually moved together. That was changes and stuff that happened. All right, ready? So actually, wait, someone wants to time me. If I try to time it myself, it'd be hard to like press the buttons. Actually, you know what? I will do that. Let's time how long this actually takes. Well, okay, pressure's on. All right, let me actually just look at it a little bit. Okay. 1, 2, that there. Ooh! Decent start. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Where's red? Where's red? Okay, nope. It's like I just lost this piece. I'm like, where to go? Hold on. What? Oh no! Oh, I messed up hard just now. Oh, this is an L if I've ever seen it. Jeez, I just messed up hard. Okay, I just completely like undid work and then had to sort of redo it. So this is definitely not going to be a good time. And now I'm stuck. Not stuck, just like. Okay. Well, we got this. Oh no! How did that happen? Jeez. Oh, there goes 40. What? Wait. No. Oh my god, I just got really lucky. Hey. Basically, it just kind of like, awesome. It solved way earlier than it was supposed to, where it just like, wow, okay, how about that? I got really unlucky and then a lucky finish. Nice. Yeah. Like, and it took me like a second to like start and stop, so I don't know if that actually would have been under 40. I messed up in the middle though, but if I didn't mess that up, then I wouldn't have gotten lucky with the later step, I guess. But wow, okay, sure. I guess that's that. Yeah, awesome. You want to redeem that again? Let me go again. No, yeah, I can also potentially blind solve Rubik's Cubes, maybe. I'm not gonna attempt. I'm not at the point where I would attempt on stream because you literally get to see like 10 minutes of me just staring at the cube, memorizing different parts, mumbling to myself. Well, I'd probably say things more out loud to explain what I'm memorizing, but the memorization step takes me way too long that I don't want to do that on stream yet. Because there's also not, it's not guaranteed I'm actually gonna solve it. I could waste all that time and then close my eyes and be turning, and then open my eyes, and then it's just still a scrambled mess. But I think I could do it. It'd just take a long time. I think I am at the point where I could hopefully actually solve that thing blindfolded. But yeah, I was never good at the actual order. I can solve in like 2.5 minutes, but it's super uncoordinated and can't build the order in my head. Build the order. Are you talking about blindfolded solving in that case? Or what do you mean by order? Are you mean or are you talking about like normal, not blindfolded solving? Yeah, like memorization. Oh, the memorization for the blindfolded stuff. Yeah, takes a while, especially having to learn to like parity algorithms and stuff like that for whatever. Although I changed my method of how I was learning how to blind solve for Rubik's Cube, where I now I have a method where you only have to remember 2 algorithms, and they're actually kind of similar. So yeah, I know each step and when to do them. Very basic. But then like the memorization part, yeah, fair enough. It is tricky. That's for sure. That's why I spend like so long making sure I got that memorization down so that I don't forget it. Which yeah, yeah. So that's that. The world records with that stuff is absolutely crazy with how that is. Yeah. Anywho, what was I doing now with this? Oh no, I've been scrolling up and down for so long I don't remember what I was doing. I had just converted attached into its own function. Okay. Like like 4s or something. Oh, like solving like 4 pieces at a time. Fair enough. For those that don't know, with blindfolded solving, you literally solve the cube piece by piece. It's weird conceptually to do that. 4 seconds? Oh yeah. So with eyes open solving, yeah, it's like 4 seconds is the record for solving this thing. Blindfolded is like 16 seconds, which is also really, really impressive. So yeah. I thought before, like at one point, like the record was like 1.5 minutes, and I thought that was insane. But now it's like 16 seconds? What are you talking about? How is that? What kind of like lightning hands do you have? Anyways though, so let me finish commenting some of this. So the faster I finish this, the faster I can move on and get back to all the stuff that I'm talking about. Where I'm like, oh, all these projects I'd like to do someday. Gotta finish this school things first. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be really busy until the 12th at a minimum because I have a midterm to study for. But then after that, my schedule will hopefully start to free up a bit. So we can hope that will happen. Okay, so getting the file, oh my, file from the client, I guess. Oh, why am I mistyping so much? And sending it to its destination clients, I guess. I almost want. I'm going to do this. Something like just yeah, commenting code and all that. Sending receiving. Nope, that's the other way around. Receiving the packets 1 by 1. Oh my, why am I mistyping so much? Yeah, so for those unaware of what this program is, I guess I'll recap again, is that it's a chat service thing where you send you can send files back and forth at this part, but also just like generally sending like text messages back and forth. So yeah, go through each oh my client and determine if they should receive the file, and then okay, then this is going to be, nope, hold on. I don't know why I'm misclicking so much today, but yeah, so then this part is sending the file information to the client,
and then followed by send the file packet by packet. And that should be good enough. Except this part. Going something like, if there was a problem getting the file getting the file information? Yeah. Information, give an error or something. This doesn't need to be great, it just needs to kind of exist. Definitely some parts being a bit inconsistent in terms of the formatting of the comments, but it's fine. Okay, so then I think just these two parts, and then we're done with commenting. We're basically done with the server, and then I'll be moving on to the client, getting that all finished in a lot of the same ways. So yeah, and actually, I think the client will be, I changed less with it. There's less stuff that I added, so. Was there? I think there was. Okay, so this is if, this part is for what? Why is this not an elif? That should be an elif. That doesn't change anything, but it should have been. That worries me if I've accidentally changed something else that I didn't intend to change, but we're gonna hope that it's fine. So if we have an attach command with the no, it's just if we have an invalid command an invalid command give an error. That's all. And yes, these two are the same. There's probably some way I could maybe combine that to a function, but it's only 3 lines. It's fine. Is that also an invalid? Yeah, that has to be a command part. Cool. That part's already dealt with. Cool. I think we're done with this. So also a reminder, I guess, is I didn't write all this code. I was given starting code that I had to add stuff to and modify. So a decent chunk of this I didn't, not a decent chunk. A decent part of this I didn't write. So what I'm kind of doing is copying the format of the code I was given, which for some reason has like so many of these like so many spaces that feel unnecessary, but it's what it does, so I'm going to be consistent. Yeah, like all of up here, I did not write any of this as an example. So yeah, okay, I think we're done with the server, onto the client. Ignore this one, they're the same code, I just needed 2 versions of it to have the 2 clients be in different places. So, what did I actually add to here? It was, I think, just this chunk and this chunk. Yes. So, yes. Wait, yeah, really? Okay. So all of this, I'm going to combine it to a function that is going to be send, I guess. Send file. Def send file. Whoa, okay. Untab that, and then figure out what I need to actually have as input. So sock and words1, which is going to be, what are you? That's file name. So, yeah. Okay. That's it? Cool. But then here have this send file function then. Send file with sock file name. Actually, it was words1. There we go. Also, I'm just gonna have a space between the else's because that's what other things do here that I'm copying from. So again, formatting or all whatever. I could potentially combine some of this stuff into their own functions, but I don't need to do that to that degree. I might not even have to be doing what I'm doing now. I'm just doing it because I can. This isn't that hard to do, to combine these, to make these into functions. So this is going to be receive file. Hey, I regret Zoo is now following. Hey, that makes you follower number 90 when this updates.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. How did we hit 90? Oh my god. That literally averages to like one. So I've been streaming basically in a few days, it will have been 60 days. So that's like a follower and a half every day almost. And I haven't streamed every day. I've streamed like very often, but like, wow, that is crazy. Again, thank you all like for being here and supported my Twitch stuff. I've definitely been really enjoying doing it. Yes, we're kind of having some like downtime now, not doing stuff that's like that interesting. But yeah, I'm enjoying doing it, and hopefully I'll get back to the more interesting stuff later on as I just get less busy with school and all that sort of stuff. But in the meantime, still trying to do what I can to make these streams interesting and all of that stuff. Receive, but just know I appreciate you all. All right, bois and bois. So I'm gonna do a little bit of this and a little bit of this. Wish I was a pinch of this talented, lol. I'm not that talented. I mean, this programming stuff only, even not every, this coding stuff looks really complicated to you because you didn't write it. This was really complicated to me until I slowly figured it out over the course of like a few days and then was able to add things to it. And now I thoroughly understand it because I wrote it. Like, if I looked at code that you wrote, there's a good chance I wouldn't understand it. So, don't sell yourself short. Yeah. Okay, so I'm taking the entire words array. Yeah. Is that it? Really? Really? All right, cool. I'm glad that's the case. So where am I adding this to now? Receive, it takes this and the whole words array. Cool, that was easier than I thought. So now we just comment this, and I think we're basically done. Oh, yes. Awesome. Cat with glasses, yeah. Celebration. We're not done just yet, but we're about to be. Because I haven't tested this in a while. I swear, if I go to test this and something's not working, I will cry. But let's hope that it works. Sends the file print statement. Every line, let's go. Oh yeah. Actually, the client can't have many print statements because of just the way that it's supposed to be. Because this is what like the user sees. The server is filled with print statements for all the different things the server is doing stuff, but the clients aren't supposed to have that. Sends the file to the server. I'm gonna go packet by packet, I guess. And then this one is gonna be like just the opposite. Receives the file from the server, packet by packet, and that should be enough. Except for function handle incoming messages from the server. That's actually enough to explain this, because then these functions get explained in their things. So I think, again, I didn't write any of this code, so I don't. Did I change any of it though? There was something I changed. The oh wait, hold on. Wasn't there a, or no? Oh no, I'm thinking of the follow list. No, the follow list is fine. I already dealt with that. Okay, so I think if I now go and copy this client code over to this, they're meant to be the same thing. Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna add a bit of an author comment at the top where I go like, code written by just me, just code written by me, just that. Brandon Howe, and yes, that's my name. My last name is a question word. So yeah, just add that at the top. I don't even know if I need that, but I will, I guess. All right, let's cross our fingers. And I really hope this works. If this doesn't work, that'll be. Okay, it depends on what the error is. If it's like, oh, this variable doesn't exist, then I go like, oh, I just mistyped this. That's fine. If I get a blocking IO error, that will be devastating. Or just some like new error that's like, I've never experienced this error before. What's going on? Yes. Okay. So I'm not explaining how this is running. You're just gonna see in a minute. So
good. That is good. Wait a minute. No, it's good. It's good. It's good. No, this is fine. This is fine. In this case, there happens to be only one packet in the entire thing, but that's fine. If it sent one packet, it should send the multiple just fine in theory, right? So, let me do more things. Oh, that didn't. Oh wait. I'd like to do one more thing. Okay, I changed. This isn't a problem, but there's one just little thing I'd like to do. There's a function called doPrompt. This skip line equals false. I want to just if it works, it works. Yeah, it does. Although there's one thing I just want to change. It ain't silly. Did I say it was silly? I don't know. But yeah. Okay. Where are you? Wait. Incoming file. Oh, I didn't put a /n on. This is just a formatting thing. I wanted to put a /n on there. That's the one thing. Put a /n there and then go doPrompt. Just a formatting what the user sees a little bit better. Okay, let's copy that over again. Okay, now this time I'll explain more what I'm actually doing here. Okay, and I'll actually verify that the file arrived on the other end without breaking. So let me just go where the code is. Actually, it's going to be like here. So delete this. Okay, so over here, let me just make sure I'm not explaining things that are behind my head. So we have the server program, and then we have Alice's chat. Alice has this test file that just has that text in it. And then over here is Bob's chat. I just needed the two instances of the chat in 2 different places so that I could actually see that the file goes from point A to point B. If it wasn't for the file stuff, I could just be running the same program twice, or 2 instances of the same program. So down here, this is the server. The first step to running the program is just activating the server. In this notepad, I basically just have all how I'm starting the different programs. I just have them the stuff written out so I don't have to keep retyping it, you know. So bam, this gives me a port number. I take that port number, and now this is the input to starting the chat client thing. Except I need to replace the port number, so I do that. And yes, it's supposed to be a randomly generated port number. I can't just have it be fixed on one thing. I could while I'm testing, I suppose, but yeah. That does this. Connecting to server. It's established. Cool. This one says hey, we got someone connected to us. Cool. And then down here, cool. I guess one thing I have yet to test that it probably would be a good idea for me to test this, is actually having multiple clients. That is something I have yet to test. So you know what? I am going to do that. I'm going to give me a C name. Someone give me a name that starts with a C. Random name that starts with a C. Charlie, Charles, Chat, Carson, CPP, XD. Could do chat. but no, let's go. See you, man. I kind of wanted an actual name of a person. Carlson. Man, Cummings. I'm good. No, actually wait. I like Carl. Wait. Just Carl. Just Carl chat. Okay. So we got Carl chat. Let's activate him. I've got to restart. Or got to make another instance of Ubuntu. Okay. Cameron. Hey, Sigma Bits. Hello. Hi, Dr. Char. Cameron. Okay, we got 2 people saying camera. That is justification enough for me to change this. So, but also, hello, new person. Sigma Bits. Hi. Welcome to the stream. You're just about to see what should be massive fingers crossed that this program should be running now and it shall be done and working and all commented and nice and all that. Except it might not be. We're about to find that out. So wait, what was it? Cameron. Lol, thank you. I gotta go sleep. Nice chatting with you. All right, Hypervisor. Well, thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Hey, Hypervisor now following. That's 91. What? Thank you. I would like to be yelling, but it's 4 a.m, so just know that I'm really appreciative. Thank you. I love me some Python projects. Oh, well, you came to the right stream, maybe, except well, this is a school project. I'm not super familiar with Python. Blah, blah, blah. So, Python was my first programming language, but then I went without touching it for years. But we were able to make this program work. So let me give you the rundown of what this is. I guess we're going to
Okay, I guess we're going to the four corners of the screen, so this is going to be behind my head a little bit, but I will explain what's behind my head. This is actually like the least important one, so anything that's going to be on this one will probably be on this one. So here, let me stop all the programs, and I'm just going to like do this, clear out sort of everything. Actually, there is like a clear function, but whatever. It's fine. So, okay, let me put this in the right folder. The one up here needs to be, whoops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Here I need to CD in the right folder. It's the Cameron chat one. Cameron chat. Wow. Okay, so Control C, Control C, Control C. Yes, yes, indeed. So down here in the, I guess it's this way. Down there. Why do we have 16 viewers right now? What? Wait, excuse me? Holy, what? That's insane. Hi, people that are here. Again, I can't be shouting because it's like 5 a.m, but hello. This is the most viewers that I've naturally had. I've gotten a raid or two here and there. This is the most viewers that I've had like naturally without a raid or without friends dropping by or whatever. Holy, hello, hi. My usual content is doing game development stuff. I'm a game developer. I've used Unity for 6 years or whatever. Right now we're doing a school project where I'm doing some Python stuff, but let me show you the rundown of how it's all working, because hopefully, fingers crossed, this is going to actually work now. So basically, it's a chat service thing. So many people here. Yeah, Cause, hi, hello. You're number 1 in the category? No way. Also, Mouse HS. Are you serious? I need to verify this. Hold on. Hold the what? CG man, or yeah, congrats, yeah, thank you. I think you're number 1 game. Oh my god, like, oh my god, wait, really? I mean, okay, let's verify this. I'll get back to my code stuff in a second. Game dev, not games, game dev, software and game development. Really? Hold on. No way. Oh my god, I'm 1 viewer ahead, so that guy might pass me very soon. Nick Wand Data Sci, but oh my god, yeah, am I going to overload? Yes, I very much am. I am overloading. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, okay, that's insane. The benefits of being in a category that's not like the just chatting category where there's like thousands and thousands of people in it. So swooped in at the right time. But that's amazing. Your excitement is contagious. Haha. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to be all enthusiastic and all that. Hot tub stream when? Never. I could be shirtless with a lab coat on, I guess. That's one thing, I guess, for the new people that are here. Yeah, I'm wearing a lab coat, just part of my branding, I guess. Let me show you this. Bam, you see my logo? This is what that's from. I made this in Blender. This is my guy. This is me. It's an attempt at making myself in Blender. I need this energy right now, haha. You guys are my caffeine right now, so that's what's giving me this energy. But yeah, so that's just things to self-promote myself a little bit. But nah, enough with the shameless self-promotion. Let's get back to let me show you guys what you might be here to see. I like the binary on the side. Yeah. And actually, so it's in like a 5-second animation where the binary letters are zooming by. They actually translate to something where on the left side it says hello, and on the right side it says world. So it says hello world. So yeah, except I needed just like a bit more characters, so it actually is like space hello exclamation mark space world exclamation mark, just because I just needed more letters, but like yeah, but it's hello world. So I like Easter egg in binary. Oh yeah. Oh, I guess I didn't explain. Like, that's awesome. Yes, it is. Let me actually explain more of what's a thing. And actually, let me get the animation. Hold on. If you want to stick around for 2 more seconds, please don't leave, everyone. No, do what you want. But like, if you want to wait 2 more seconds, I just want to show I'll show you guys that actual animation that is. I mean, if you look at any of my most recent YouTube videos, that's intro animation and outro animation. But more Easter egg stuff I can just say in it. So normally they have music. These are the animations without the music. So, blah. And then, so there's that. That's then what my logo's from. So these, you see all these capsules? I mean, mainly I want to get to this where you see them without the explosion. I make some tutorial videos on YouTube, and all of these capsules are like a reference to one of my videos, to one of my tutorial videos. So that's what these are. Like I made like a camera thing with Unity. I made a submarine one. This one's the best one because this one, all of these I made in very I made these in like a few hours or whatever. This one took 7 months. So yeah, 7 months from the day I started to the day I finished. But yeah, but also I was going into this. You can see the numbers scrolling by, so you can translate them, and that's what they translate to. So that's pretty cool. I also have an outro animation that's slower paced and longer. Where look, I think this is cool. That's satisfying the way they move over. So the idea is that with each tutorial video I make, I add a new thing into the capsule and push everything back one, which does mean I have to re-render the animation, but that's fine. It would be cool to do that because then over time more fill out, and this thing zooms more into the distance. But yeah, so that'd be the cool thing I'd like to do. It would be cool if I actually get to do that. I haven't made a tutorial video in a while, though, and it might be a while until I can, because I'm just so busy with school right now. But that's awesome. Whoa, heck yeah indeed. So yeah, very, very cool. Okay, while I'm at it, if you want to see another thing, while I have this high viewership, I just want to show you guys things that I've made, because the Python stuff I'm doing might not be that interesting. So I'm just be like, here's other cool things that I've made. Have your character dancing down the aisle. His animation was going to be different. If you saw originally, or if you looked at the intro and the outro, the actual character's animation is just like mirrored, because I kind of ran out of time with making the outro to get it done in the time frame I wanted to get it done by. So yeah, originally he was going to be doing something completely different, but it turned out nice. And I'm hoping to, if I'm going to be re-rendering the animation several times anyway, I want to, like, each time I do that, improve one thing about the animation or something like that. But okay, this is like almost like a time lapse, not really time lapse. This is like the progression thing. How did you design your character? Blender Blender. This is Blender stuff. This is my clicking through of the progression of this character that was made over the course of 48 days from start to finish. So yeah, at one point I experimented with like a different art style, then backed out on it. Yeah. This one here is my favorite render of the whole thing, I think, of this slideshow. It just happened to be that the animation didn't have, like, I like the lighting in this. At one point, I'd like to try sort of redoing the lighting of that animation to make it all cool. That just didn't end up happening, but yeah. I wanted that environment to be more well-lit. So, yeah. And this, and got those capsules in there. So they started making the whole environment thing, brightened it up a whole bunch, and then yeah, and then this was like the end ones. This is for like my banner on like social medias. No way. How much Blender experience do you have? So I 4 or 5 years, something like that. 5 years, no, something like that. Yeah. So that's that. So here's the thing though. Like I don't consider myself a very good like artist, because like I have made really cool things like that, but they take me like way longer than I imagine it would take most people to like make stuff like that. So like as I know like people like that, it's like, I can make this in like 2 days or something. Well, that took me like 2 months to make that character. Although that was including the animation stuff, but yeah. What else do I got? I got my submarine thing. Over here. I just want to show like one more thing, and then I'll get back to my actual programming stuff. Blam. You want to see one of the models I recently made? Ooh. Oh wait. By the way, how'd the tag game go? Okay, I'll answer Pocket Oracle first. Sure. If you have a model thing, I have a Discord, by the way. Let me plug that while I quickly can. Hold on. Oh, I don't know if you wanted it, but I screenshot for you. Oh, love that screenshot. Let me get you a link to my Discord server if anyone is interested. Blah. I'll put eventually I want to do some more professional streamy things to like you just type something in chat and it just kind of pops up. But yeah, so yeah, you can send that in there and I can have a look at it and yeah. But this was for my submarine video. This is I think the coolest looking Unity thing I've ever made. So yeah. Yeah. How'd the tag game go? So for other people with the context, I was making this tag game where basically it was like AI, not actual like learning AIs, but just like, you know, how you make NPCs in video games, like that kind of like computer controlled characters. Let me just find it real quick. I'm not going to open up the Unity thing right now. That'll take too long, but if I can find it. Wow, not you. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah, people joining the server. Woo! Hello, Motoko. I don't know if you were someone with a different username in the Twitch thing, but hello to you. Okay, let me find. I'm just trying to find one thing that is over in the realms of here, Rotten Reginald. So if I just walleye, oh, that's you. Ah, well, hello. Just I don't know, having this up while I talk because I think this is funny. I made this guy in Blender too. Actually, I used my lab coat guy as a base model to make this guy. So you see, they look a little similar. Actually, they literally have the exact same shirt. So. And actually, like, this comes from the lab coat, just shortened and stuff like that. What was I saying? So, tag game. I was making a Unity game where you chase AIs. I made this really custom-made pathfinding system because I was determined to not use Unity's nav mesh stuff for some reason. Well, I have reasons, but I have a lot of reasons to take too long to get into. But yeah, it is really cool. It doesn't. It's buggy though. Mainly, it breaks whenever jumping is involved. Not when always, but like mainly when it comes to getting the AIs to jump across gaps or whatever. That's where a lot of the pathfinding breaks apart. But it's coming along, and yeah. So I'm hoping to how much mischievous. Yes. This is Rotten Reginald. Yeah, like the mustache. So this is a game I'm hoping to return to at one point. It's like very scuffed at the moment, but mainly this was for a school thing as well, where I just had to make, actually funny enough is that I went like very above and beyond what the project was even supposed to be. It was just like make this simple little silly tag game, and I went like so above and beyond, like I did not have to do the pathfinding thing at all, but I decided to, and maybe that was a regretful choice. I don't know. We'll see. As long as I finish everything else I gotta get done, then it's fine. But I finished sort of like demo Mark 1 of this game. In fact, I actually have the build. What am I doing? I can be launching the build. Where do I have the build? Builds. So yeah, I can show this to you guys. It has no sound, so I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, in a minute when it launches. Come on, you can do it. But it's really good. The pathfinding. Oh, yeah, the pathfinding is really good on performance. Here's my guys running around. They got some animations. I didn't make the animations. I just got them off Mixamo, but so that's why I had to find like something that was like good enough to work. But yeah, you can move and run around. The outline is something I would really like to make better. This is just like what I could make in a short amount of time. So effectively, all right, I sent it in the Share Your Games channel. Sorry for the tag. Thought it'd be okay. The tag, or how? What? Oh, the sorry for the tag, but thought it'd be okay. Oh no, yeah, no problem at all. I will check it out in a moment. But yeah, how'd you do the mini map? Through the glorious power of render textures. So first of all, I'm not even like touching anyone. So I got my score in the bottom left, and then whoever's winning. So right now the purple guy is winning. I'm red if the red people are it. The green people are not it. So the red people are the ones you should be running away from. The green ones are the ones you're supposed to be chasing, if that makes sense. If you're not it, if you're running away, then you gain points. When you when you fill your bar of points, then you win. When you touch people, they get frozen for a second. A lot of it's very, scuffed, but it works. It functions enough. So the mini map is actually there's actually a camera in the sky that's just rendering, like looking straight down, and it's orthographic. So there's that, and then you can make that go to a texture, and then I put that texture on the screen. So then I do some post-processing to that, where to make it just better a little bit. But then also, actually, there's two things with that. There's the mini map, and then you see how there's like the icons that are running around and all that. Well, actually, what if I told you that those icons are actually in the sky as well? Above each player, they have that picture that's just above them that just follows them. So then the render texture that's above with the camera also just renders that stuff. But the player camera doesn't render that stuff. So yeah. And then I do a different set of post-processing on the images and the background. So I made the background less, more like less saturated or whatever. Anyways, yeah, you can see them running around. They fail jumps a lot of the time, which is unfortunate, but they pathfind pretty well. So, oh my goodness, it's kind of hilarious. Yeah. Before, when it wasn't working properly, you just look up and see all the faces that are just like moving around, which was kind of funny. Oh, someone's about to win. Ancient Arthur won. That's the other guy, I guess. Just random names I came up with. That's more temporary. But also notice that it's a 2v2 right now. It's not just tag, like 1v1. There's 2 people that were it and 2 people that were not it. it's still a free-for-all, and it's not like an actual team winning thing. But yeah. Also, you know, I got some jumps. I did some level designing, or attempted to anyway. This level was very different before. I had to change it. Like, you could, like, that stuff was a lot lower, and you could jump on them. That whole thing up there was lower. You could jump on that. I just had to, like, get rid of it, a lot of it for now, just because the AIs couldn't handle it. Like, I, as the player, could, like, run up there, and then, like, the AIs just couldn't get up there half the time. So, again, as I said, like, I think the running with the AI is, like, pretty good. It's just the jumping, it just breaks everything. That's how you notice I'm able to just, like, I've been just going around in places of the map and just not really worrying about them catching me or whatever. Well, actually, I haven't been trying to catch them, so I've been it most of the time. So they're running away from me and this other guy. So if I touch... Oh, I think I touched one of them. Yeah. Now they're chasing me, so... Yep, here they come. He's chasing. He's trying his best. Yep, there they both come. Run away. They do a pretty good job at chasing. One problem is that sometimes they'll, like... See, right now they're both chasing the other green guy, which means that I can just sit in a corner. Ideally, we have that not happen. But it's a bunch of little things to be improved. This was just like a small demo kind of a thing. I would like to... Well, at one point I'm going to be making like a version 2 of this project. And hopefully we'll improve, like, fixing a lot of the bugs and just a bunch of adding more features. One thing I want to have is that the actual levels themselves have more stuff in them, like, rather than just running and jumping, having, like, more, like, hazards and stuff like that. More fun things in the levels themselves to traverse through. Maybe, like, moving platforms, like, oh, you run through this and now you're all running slow for a little bit. Oh, this thing will, like, if you touch this, it'll stun you for a few seconds, which means you can get tagged, you know, hazards like that. And then I also want to have, like, a weapons system where, not weapon, basically like a thing where you, while you're running, can, like, throw stuff to, like, you know, slow your opponent down or slow down the person behind you, that kind of stuff, right? I don't think I'm going to make it like a gun thing. I think it'd be more fun to have something that you, like, throw and it arcs. And more specifically, not like you throw it at someone, like different hazards. Basically, any hazards that are in a level, maybe turning it into a weapon where it's like you throw the thing, you throw a ball, it can like bounce off walls, it hits the ground, becomes like a slime hazard, and now for a few seconds, anyone who runs through it gets slowed down, so you want to not do that. But also there, I won, so yeah. Molotov, yes, except that can like bounce off walls. I think it bounces off walls, like, be cool. And then what also be even cooler is that if the AIs could do that as well. I did want to have it basically be a thing where anything that you as the player can do, the AI can theoretically also do that thing. Which means I have to program the AIs to be able to do those things, but hopefully we can pull that off. I mean, they actually share a lot of the same code, which is pretty cool, which makes it a lot easier to do a lot of that. But yeah, that's how that is. But there's definitely, like, there's 1,000,001 things that could be made better about this. So, but hopefully in time we'll do that. Like, I do not like how this outline turned out. I just wanted some kind of visual thing where I can look at a character and tell whether or not they are it in a way I could drum up pretty quickly. But ideally we get a better outline, or I do something completely different. Yeah. This is also in the HD render pipeline, so that's that. It's like a random space skybox for whatever reason. I wanted to make an actual, like, level environment that, like, you know, looks like it's in a tangible place. Like, oh, this is a forest arena, or like, oh, this is in some underground facility, you know, that kind of a thing. That would ideally happen eventually. This is just the test level, so... yeah. And I'll play around more with, like, lighting and all that sort of stuff. I try to find more of, like, an art style-esque thing. But, yeah, so that's that. That is this game. And you can't even exit it properly, other than when characters win or lose. But, yeah, so that's that. We'll be returning to that at some point. Until then, I got a lot of other projects to get done first. So, that's that. So now, I didn't even finish, the running of this. So, now, I think we're just about to be finished this Python program, so let me run it and see if that's the case. So, as I said, well, I'll sort of recap. This is a chat program thing. Oh, I'll look at the thing in the Discord in a second. I just want to, let's just finish. Let me see if this works, if it actually works, because it might not work. If things don't work, then I have to troubleshoot. But let's just put myself at ease. So, these three are chat things, and this down here, no, you're good, no rush. Yeah. So these are chat things, like different, like these are the different users, or they will be when I launch their programs. And then this is the server that's like the in-between for everything. So if I launch the server, it starts up, it gives me a port number. I have in a notepad thing, not that one, that was something for my assignment. I have like some common, the sort of commands that like, so I don't have to keep typing them out. But the one thing I do kind of have to keep replacing is that the port number, whatever that gets randomized to. Oh, this was also as a random name, it was Cameronion. So let's start out this client thing. Yep, it's good. I was like, yeah, making sure like nothing should have broken, but let's verify that's the case. Let me close this one, starting up Bob and starting up Cameron. One's kind of behind my head, but like that's fine. I mean, you can see some of it I can verbally explain, and like this one isn't doing much different than what these guys are doing. So now they're all running. So what I can do, why do the ports need to be randomized? Because that's what my assignment told me to do. Simply, that's literally it. This is a school assignment. It said come up with a random port number, so that's what I did. So there's an answer. I don't have a better answer for you. So yeah, I mean a port that's available, I guess. There's certain like restricted port numbers that you can't use because they're being used by other stuff on your computer, but yeah, right. I had a feeling, haha. Yeah, that's how that is. Usually the numbers happen to be between like 3 and 5,000, or like 3 and 6,000, I guess. So now they exist. Now, weird, questionable design decision that's like, I don't know why this works this way, but I'm not the one who, like, I was given the instructions on what exactly it was supposed to do. If I type anything over here, you see that, like, Alice received it. It used to work where just everyone else just got the messages, but now there's like I had to make like a following system where like you only receive messages from a person if you're following them or whatever, or if Alice were to go at all and then do stuff, then now everyone gets these messages. So you see that, cool. Hello, one hit, indeed. And then same thing here. I guess Bob can do the same thing. Anything, it doesn't have to start with at all. It can be, any words that then has at all in it. And you see, that worked. And it said who it came from. These came from Bob. Like this one came from Alice. This one would be Carlson. Cool. Or Cameron. So now, and more functionality that this has for also, I'm explaining it, but also just now testing my own program to see that this stuff still works. I can go at !list. And this will show all the active users. So it shows Alice, Bob, and Cameron. So that's cool. And actually, I think shows them in the order that they got added. You also notice that basically as I'm doing anything, the server like is outputting like, oh, we received these messages. Oh, we're doing these things. So you'll see that going on from the server. So the other thing that you can do is ! follow ? And then this shows all the terms that you're following. By default, you're following yourself and this all thing. So then basically whatever's in this follow list, when any user says any of those words, then you receive that message, right? So that's how it works. So now Alice can go ! follow at Bob, and now we're following Bob. And if I do follow ? we're following Bob. So now anything that Bob says, now Alice will receive that. But Cameron doesn't. Unless he follows Bob. So that's how that works. But then also each user follows themselves. So if Bob goes, at Cameron, did I spell that right? If I don't spell it right, then it's not going to work. Cameron. If I go at Cameron words, I couldn't be typing actual sentences, but I don't need to. Then Cameron gets that like direct message. So that's how that works. As well, you can unfollow stuff. So if I look at my follow things, I'm following Bob. I can go, unfollow at Bob. And then there's like other pieces here and there where it's like if you go to follow a term that you can't follow, then that doesn't do. If you go to like unfollow a term that like, or if you go to follow a term that you're already following, it tells you. If you go to unfollow a term that you're not following, it tells you different like kind of error catching things like that. What else? You can follow random words. You don't have to only follow people. You can you unfollow yourself at all? Haha. No, there's special code that like it doesn't let you do that because you're not supposed to. So that's literally something I had to account for. But I can follow the word blue. So now Bob's following blue. So when Cameron says anything that has the word blue in it, then okay, makes sense. Yeah. Now like Bob got that message because it had the word blue. It has to be the whole word, not like not subwords. We were specifically told to do that, which makes it easy because then we can just do like, split it into words, test each of the words. We didn't have to test for subwords. So like if I was following the word apple, having the word pineapple doesn't trigger it, right? Okay, so then that's that. Now the last thing, the major thing of what this does is sending files back and forth. Where right now, if I go into the where these bits of code now are, and now I can actually verify that this is working with multiple people, because this is something I have yet to test. So I'm really going to cross my fingers that it actually works. I'm like pretty sure it will. Oops, wrong thing. So, but we're about to find out together, ladies and gentlemen. So we have this random test file, just some random text in it. Bob's and Cameron's, they don't have those files, but they're about to. So with Alice, if I do this, attach test. Actually, I can go at all, I think. So I attach this test file, and I'm sending it to everybody. And this is just so I don't have to type it out. It's just ! Attach the file name and then who to send it to. So like all those like follow terms. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. Yes, that's a good thing. Ooh, I was very concerned that was gonna break. So I'm really happy that it didn't. So you see things got printed out or whatever in different places. But yeah, so this is like attachment, sent. This is like incoming file. It's coming from Alice. This is the size of it. Both of these had that thing. So now let me double check that also that the file isn't actually all butchered. You mean you had complete 100% confidence it was going to work first time? Oh yeah, totally, definitely. I've literally actually had that, but then it didn't work many a times. So I'm like, yeah, or other times where I'm like, this bit of code, this definitely isn't what's causing the problem. And then I learned later of like, oh wait, it was. I have had many times where I spent hours trying to solve a problem, and then I realized like, oh, I made this assumption that this bit of code was working and it actually wasn't, or like just some like stupid things like that. Like there was one time where I was trying to draw red circles, and I spent hours of like, it's not drawing the circles, what's going on? And then I realized I was basically drawing the circles with a negative radius, so it just wasn't drawing them at all. So it was drawing them, but with a negative radius. So yeah, that was fun, and that was in Java. So Java with some like visual stuff. But yeah, so file arrived to Bob and file arrived to Cameron. Woot woot. So that worked. Now, one last thing I want to test is, is sending the file to one person but not the other. So I'm going to try having Alice send it just to Bob but not to Cameron, and make sure that that's going to work as it should. So that's cool. Looks good. Yes. Okay. Woo! It's working. Huzzah! Very, very good. Very, very good. So yeah, with that, I think this is done. Oh, then one last thing is that I can go exit. Oh. Okay, very, very, like, the minorest of things, but you see how when I go to type stuff, how it just puts a little, like, arrow and whatever, so it's, like, looks nice. I just noticed that it doesn't give the error after it receives a file. As soon as you say anything, then it does. I'll fix that, but I don't need to test it. I'm confident that it'll just work. But that's just, it's just a formatting thing. But the other thing is that I can go, there's exit, that disconnects. You can also control C and disconnect. When the server disconnects, it will then also tell all the clients to stop existing. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. Nice. So now we're basically at the end of this, which is pretty cool. Except the last thing I'm just going to do is that what I just said I was going to do. I just need to find where that is. It's after a certain print statement where I had like content like this. Okay, so I need to go do prompt this line. I just need to put this. Let's go here. Just at the end of this. Right? Let me double check something. Where are you? I'm looking for another bit of code. Handle. I'm looking for handle message from server. Why don't I? I'm just realizing something that I could be doing and should be doing. This do prompt should happen regardless of this other stuff. So I should be able to just have it at the end. If this happens, this is the one scenario where it shouldn't happen. The program's gonna finish, so it doesn't matter what it does. But then I can get rid of this here, and I can get rid of this here. I'm pretty sure this works this way. Yes. Okay. Just wanted to like kind of confirm that. All right, cool. Let me test this one more time now. Actually, when I change one client, I have to change the copies, and I'm only gonna worry about Bob for this test. It works with Cameron, so that's a good sign. Oops. Okay. All right, let's test this, and then we are going to be done with this. I'm gonna close the Cameron one. I don't need him. All right. Blammo. And why do you need copies of the script client for each user? It's only because of the file stuff. Because if it wasn't for the file stuff, I could just have the same, like multiple instances of the same code. It's just so that so for Alice, I have this test file with her, and then with Bob, there'd be no test file, so that I can see that the test file went over here. It's just to be able to see that the files actually are transferring properly. Otherwise, it'd be like overwriting the same file or whatever. But as far as like everything else in the code, it doesn't matter. So, I get it, right? Yeah. So, yeah, that's the only reason. Just to like make sure properly that the networking part of it is actually working. Why is my nose so itchy? Okay, so let's start this, shall we? This should be our final test. I just got to get the port number, put that here, get rid of the Cameron one, don't need you. Okay, let's hope that this works, please. It's necessary to realistically test that, basically. Yes. Yeah. And then this assumption would carry over of like these two files could be like anywhere on my computer, and it should work in theory. So yeah, I don't know what extent it works on like if I had like a virtual machine and then or whatever. I don't remember the extent to where it went, what would cause it to stop working, but you know, I don't need to care about that. So because that's beyond the scope of what I care about for this assignment. All right, let's send the file to Bob. Yes. Very much all of the yes. Awesome. And with that, I think I am done with this. Is there anything else that I wanted to fix? I maybe closed those two prematurely. I should have verified that. But I think this is all done. I think I'm happy with this. I could maybe comment some things more thoroughly, but frankly, I'm just going to say that it's probably fine. So, yeah. We good? I think we're good. So with that, this project is complete. I think I can zip it and submit it with my school stuff. So now let me go look at what Mojiko, or which one were you? You were Pocket Oracle. That was it. Yeah, sent to me. This is the asset. Oh, this is the box thing. Ooh, cool. I like it. First thing that I think of is Crash Bandicoot. That. Oh, but you made that in Blender. Ooh, neat. I like the texturing on it. Very cool. I've dabbled a decent bit with procedural textures with Blender, so that's a thing. That's actually how I made my submarine, and the shirt on my animated guy in my logo, that was made using procedural textures, so that's pretty neat. Here I have subcomplete front. Re indeed. Yeah, this I quite like how this procedural texture turned out. All the different parts of it. Yeah, pretty cool. And also, well, even the different parts of it, but like, actually this I quite like. This was almost accidental. So yeah, pretty cool. Regex, regular expressions. 3 different planks with bump maps and everything. Ooh, those are procedural textures that I took screen caps of and made game ready textures from it. Ooh, whole process on my channel. Ooh. lots of neatness, a lot of neat stuff. Yeah, with this, these have just the color, the diffuse map, and uh, diffuse map and a normal map, and that's all I did for these guys. I didn't bother doing stuff with like ambient occlusion or like metallic or smooth maps. I could have, I didn't. But then I baked out these textures. Oh, are the paint chips procedural I was looking at? They are. They are. And like that's also from normal maps. Like the little bit of depth that it looks like they have. Yeah, that's a normal map. Actually, I think this is like either a Musgrave texture or a noise map or something that's then used of like whether to use this metal texture or use the algae orange stripe thing, and then basically the whether use this one or the other was from like a very very fine noise map where it's like there's just a few splotches here and there. So yeah, that's how that was. It's actually I think the same of how this is being done over here. So yeah, pretty cool. But then so this is in Blender where it has like infinite detail because it's a procedural texture. Oh, so is terminology all that important? I call normal maps, bump maps, height maps, etc. Maybe it depends on who you're talking to. I don't know. Like, I think there is a technical difference between a normal map and a bump map. I think they are technically different things, but they're like pretty much the same. I'm pretty sure there's a difference. So I think normal maps are like, actually, I'm pretty sure that height maps are different. I think normal maps, if you've seen a normal map texture before where it's all like blues and like magentas and all that sort of color, I think height maps are black and white, but they're kind of similar, I think. Bump maps, I think also, they're kind of used for the same thing, but I think the file types are different. If I just go like normal map, this kind of a thing. But then if I go bump map, I guess, I don't know. So is this is a bump map, I guess? So it's like similar in some ways, defines that kind of detail or whatever. Huh. Oh, you also got, displacement maps are interesting. Displacement maps actually change the vertices. You have to have a really dense object to do this properly, but like a displacement map actually messes with the geometries. That's kind of neat. They've definitely done differently, but accomplished the same thing. Exactly. I mean, but then you talk to some like people and it's like, no, they're different, blah, 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 blah. Go on like a big long tangent about the very distinct, minute differences. But no, I don't know. But yeah, so that is that. But then, so you make this, and then I bake it into a texture, and then bring this texture into Unity, which loses some of the detail, but that just comes from, you bake it into something that's not procedural. When it's procedural, you get infinite detail, which is pretty cool. But yeah, but when it's baked, you don't. You have to settle at some point. Mainly, actually, I found that like you can. If I didn't have a normal map, you don't need to like when you bake it. The resolution doesn't need to be that high to get a good bake of a procedural or like of a diffuse map. I guess it depends on how much detail. Normal maps tend to struggle more. You need like a lot of detail in a normal map for when you bake it out. Okay, it depends on what you're doing. I guess I should specify that. Like this algae stuff and like these cuts here. Yeah, I needed like a lot of detail to like get that to come across in the baked thing. Oh no, I'm missing messages. I need to learn about texturing. Yeah, I went years like only doing like, I'm just gonna go low poly and single color everything. That's what in fact, even my animated guy is basically like that. His skin is all one color, his hair is all one color. His shirt is a procedural texture, so I didn't model the stripes, but it's basically the same kind of simple colors. So or like, it doesn't look like it's a textured thing necessarily, displacement maps are close to bump maps in method, but like flipped color wise, I think. Yeah, sort of. But displacement maps are actually different in how they're used, because a bump map makes the geometry look different, but the underlying geometry is the same. A displacement map will actually physically move the vertices, and those are two distinct things. So I would say that is a case where I'm like, yeah, those are actually different enough to be classified as different things. All these fancy things, oh yeah, very, very fancy. like there are like just wizards who are like good at this procedural texture stuff. A lot of this was Googling things, following some bits from like tutorials and all that. Very, very difficult. But like some of the things that people make with procedural textures, wizards. Absolute wizards. I am not one of them. Let me know if you have any questions. Kitra has a sick normal map render standard that Photoshop needs a NVIDIA plugin for. Whoa, interesting. I don't know what Krita is, but very neat indeed. Yeah. What now? Yeah, what now indeed. I also made this. This was a thing I did. I'm lost. Textures. Complicated things with texture things. Actually, all these rocks, I did not place these all manually. I did some fancy stuff to mainly like a Unity add-on where you can kind of like paint them on or whatever. Yeah, I thought this looked pretty cool, pretty neat. This was an earlier stage of my my submarine thing. At that stage, it didn't really look underwater, but eventually it turned into this. So yeah, where a lot of this comes from the post-processing actually. So yeah, and like fog and actually then here's the other secret with this. Basically everything. Actually, I don't know if this applies to the environment, but I know all the submarine and all the plants have just the tiniest amount of emission to them, which leads to this like bright and vibrant thing. So I think it looks pretty cool. Also, it's a stylistic thing, but yeah, that's what I did. All these have a slightest bit of emission, so yeah, that's a thing. Here's a different view, I guess, how this looked in Unity. This was like how it's like, darn, you lose a lot of this. Actually, this was an older image. I think I got to a better point. I forget, but I also, again, in here, I didn't bother having like a metallic map or a smoothness map. I just kind of let it all be one thing. But yeah, so that's some of that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so put this back over here. So now we've reached the point where, yeah, this project is done. So if y'all don't mind me, I'm going to go and actually submit this before I like forget to entirely. Well, I'm keeping my school website off screen, but like, I mean, you have to see me zip up the folder. Ooh. I'm also going to, I'm going to now so I'm not submitting the test file. I only need to submit these two things. So I'm going to sort of clean up and delete other things. Actually, I'm going to leave the sample assignment too, but yep. Okay, so I just need to what did I do with it? I need to like zip up these. If I just do this, what happens? Oh, that's not what I wanted. No. How you don't do that? Okay. Let's make a folder called like assignment 3 submission. And then blah, blah, blah. Cool. So zip that up. And then, so where am I looking? Why can't I find the option? Send to. I was like, why can't I see this? Oh, that's a lot of paragraph. I will read that in a minute. I'm going to have to wait for this to actually like submit. So while it's like uploading, I will read the massive paragraph that I see before me. Just gotta find this now. Actually, it would be this probably. Yes. Okay. Ta-da! Proceed. Submit. Actually, that was instantaneous. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna. Ooh. Okay. Let me put this like over here. Let's bring this on screen so I can have this be bigger so I can read it. Normal maps, height map, bump maps create different lighting differences in the game/render engine that trick the viewer into thinking that there's more depth than there actually is without morphing and creating complexity on your model in Blender or with 3D modeling software you use. Yes, correct. Normal/height/bump maps are essential for making models look good while also being game friendly. Most programs don't come with a way built in to make normal/height/bump maps, so a lot of trial and error, but yeah, it's unbelievably easy. With Korea, whatever thing you mentioned earlier that started with a K. Oh, but then that's really cool. Or like a nice like explanation. Definitely, help to explain things. Krita, that was it. I said Korea. But yeah, no, Blender does have kind of a way to make normal maps. Well, more specifically, you can, like, when I procedurally do texture stuff, I can bake that into a normal map. So there's that. But you still have to, like, make the texture to some degree. So, yeah. I wonder if you might be able to, like, even take a texture, do some stuff with it that you then feed into a normal thing to then bake that information out as a normal map. So might be able to do some weird finicky stuff with that, possibly. So that's a thing. But yeah, well, with that, we can check this off the list. I was working on this for quite a while. I struggled a lot with this, frankly. I just had different parts of it. Mainly one part where I got really stuck because I was getting something called a blocking error and spent so long trying to figure out why and like what that was and how to fix it. But yeah, this thing is done now. Woo! So I can cross that off my list of things I have to do. So next now, if we're moving away from Python, okay, I'm hesitant on this. So the next actual bit of schoolwork that I have to do is not a programming thing. So I'm like, I, in theory, could stream this while I have 15 viewers, but I doubt it would be interesting. I have to do textbook work, basically. Actually, I haven't even looked at this assignment yet, so I'm going to do that to start. But it's literally going to be textbook questions. So I thought, ooh, there's... yeah, worth 15% of my final grade. Are you kidding? Right, I forgot my professor did this. I can't even... I have to... hold on. This... No, come on. I'm doing things off screen that I'm about to put on screen. A PDF. This is stuff from my textbook. Just show what where some of these questions come from. So, this look fun. Look very fun. Woo! Do any of you who are not in school anymore miss this? And I have to like look through other parts of my actual textbook, but like this is like, or I probably will anyway. But this is just like the part where the questions are. Yeah. So this is basically, it's like math. Well, it's oh boy schoolwork. Oh yeah. The first question being this. I gotta learn a lot of things with my, like, I'm a bit behind in terms of what I have to like catch up with some of my school stuff for this. Like to do the questions. I'm not gonna just be able to be like, oh yes, I know immediately how to do this. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna stream this because I don't think anyone wants to watch me do this. I know we can, sit and chat while I work on this or whatever, but I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think so. This thing for me is due Monday night, so it's Saturday now. So I mean, it's 5 a.m. on Saturday, but it's still, yeah. So I'll get this done on my own time. By own time, I mean like now, but like not. I just don't think I want to stream that. So I do that, and then what? What's my next like? The next thing I'll be able to stream will be. Then I got a group project that I'm going to be working on. So that's going to be we'll see. If I'm chatting with my group members, I probably won't be streaming that. If I'm doing stuff on my own, then I might. With that, we're doing some C++ programming where we are, why is this like that? All right, I guess I like move the file or something. It's hopefully fine. Oh, I didn't mean to, this was meant to be like a, or paste that out there. Whatever. It's fine. Whatever. It's fine. With what? Oh, with the explanation of bump maps and all that. Yeah. Pretty neat. Pretty nifty with all that sort of stuff. Oh, soon. Okay. So while I have a higher amount of viewership, things to look forward to of what I'm going to be working on in the next little bit. So one, I have this. So a C++ thing where we're basically making kind of like a really complicated calculator app that could run on a Raspberry Pi. So there's that. Is there like a video tutorial that I can reference? Probably. I could not tell you such a thing. If Pocket Oracle, if you have any good references, feel free to paste links or whatever. But then I got a VR game that I'm making. It's an educational trash sorting game, but we're hoping to make it fun to the best that we can. Part of it's going to include a raccoon mascot. So there's definitely that's going to be a stream one day of me making an anthropomorphic raccoon that I'm going to voice and also coming up with a name for it. We don't have a name for it yet, but yeah, so that'll be fun. But it's for like a trash sorting thing where it's going to be like bits of garbage come by on a conveyor belt. You have to quickly like grab them and throw them in the right things in VR. And hopefully it'll be fun. And you get points and like, you know, that sort of stuff. Things get like faster and you gotta like keep up. So like it's an educational thing, but we're gonna be able to gamify it to a decent amount that hopefully it'll be fun. And this is a project I'm gonna be working on with a few other people all the way until April. So we're working on it for a while. In addition to that, I'm gonna be making 3 DS games where I'm gonna be making games in C, I think, that through some other stuff could in theory run on like a DS emulator. And if you put this in a DS cartridge, you could plug it into a DS and run it. But I'm not going to be doing that step. I do not have a DS. I have a 3DS packed away somewhere. But yeah, we're gonna be making DS games, 3 DS games. Probably like once I make the first one, I'm gonna make the other 2 like back to back to back, where they're gonna be sort of increasing levels of difficulty and amount of game to them, but it's definitely gonna be a lot of learning in there. But those aren't Unity things. It's gonna be a lot of, I think, C. So that's stuff we get to look forward to. Beyond that will then be Tag Game 2.0. We're gonna make the what I'm gonna be doing next with the Tag Game. More features as things I've described earlier, but also I guess more things I gotta do. I have other schoolwork to do. Like I have an essay I gotta finish writing. If any of you want to help me write an English essay, I would appreciate that. No, actually, funny enough, it's an essay on the history of Rubik's cubes and like why they became popular, and then talking about like tournaments and all that fun stuff. It's like I have a draft of it. Hey, well, speaking of Rubik's cubes, I guess we're doing this again. Get out your timers. But yeah, I have like a draft written. I gotta do more research stuff, and relevant. Yes, it is. Did you intend for that Bionar, or was that coincidence? But no, I do have to finish writing this draft for the 14th, so just good timing. Perfect. But I hate writing essays so much. You guys have no idea. For this semester with this one class, I've just learned more how much I loathe essay writing. I guess it depends. But like school essay writing, I guess. Outside of school, I don't hate writing that much. I guess it really depends on the topic, but just rant and rave on a recording and then listen and write and then sort it out. I mean, I literally have, I guess, you know, just to have some interesting imagery. Well, not really interesting imagery, but like while I'm doing this, you guys can look at my draft. It's not done yet, but it is an essay on Rubik's cubes. Did I open the right thing? You got all the words, just have to organize them, sort of. But I also have to like add some things that I purposely left out. So, like, yeah, it's supposed to be. Oh, I even have to shorten it. Oh, right, I forgot about that. It's supposed to be 800 to 1,000 words, and I'm slightly over that. And I don't have all the parts I'm supposed to have. So here, you can look at this. Ooh. Except it's like out of order. I gotta also do a bibliography. I gotta all these things in square brackets. I gotta find some quotes. I need at least like, well, basically I'm supposed to have like 1 quote per body paragraph, whether it's like paraphrased or an actual quote. But yeah, all right, let's solve this thing. Timer, let's do this. All right, MLA, yes, MLA formatting stuff. So I have to look up a lot of that. I haven't MLA formatted something in I don't know how long. No. Like a year. Oh wait, I'm in my 4th year, so it would have been like 2nd semester of my 2nd year. So like, not last April, but the April before that would have been like maybe the last time I MLA formatted anything. Okay, ready to do this? Okay, so ooh, okay, ready. It's weird solving a Rubik's Cube like holding it up like this. Normally I'd solve it like this, but I want to keep this in frame. Maybe I do a little bit of this. Okay, you're getting a bit of my chat monitor, but and okay, the white balance is all off, but it's fine. If I mess with my camera settings, I know I'll be messing with them for a while. So ready? I didn't even start the timer. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I know. I completely forgot what I was going to do with anything. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Where'd blue go? What? Wait, what? Oh, no. Oh, I thought I did something right, and I did something very wrong. What? I can't find it. I can't find it. What? How can I not find it? Oh, there you are. Okay. No, I just wasted so much time, because I just couldn't find the blue edge piece. Oh no. It's fine. Oh no, that made it worse. Oh no. I said it's fine and then I just made more mistakes. Oh no. It's fine. Again, more. Oh god, I hate that when I'm like looking for a piece and I just cannot find it. That is my biggest pitfall with Rubik's Cube solving. I'm also like rusty. My only time solving Rubik's Cubes are on stream, so over the last like little bit, pretty much. Oh, it's like so close. Oh, if I only knew JPerm. Almost there. Yeah, that was rough. Minute 9, still. You didn't start the timer, lol? Yeah, almost didn't. I'm so slow when I solve a Rubik's Cube. Fair enough. I mean, it took me a while to, get this. But I messed up so badly in the beginning there. I want a refund, JK. Okay, there was like 2 main mistakes there. Was just that the first step of how I solve a Rubik's Cube and how most, I don't know about like the super experts, but a lot of people solving a Rubik's Cube, the first thing I do is make this white cross. I don't know how, but I lost the white and blue cross piece, and I was just looking around. I swear, like 10 seconds. I'm like, where is it? It's on here somewhere. Why can't I find it? And then I finally found it. But like, yeah, that was like the biggest mistake there. So oops, that happened. But still, diagonal cross, or vertical horizontal. Oh, the like a plus sign. I'm talking about like all the edge pieces. So you can't. Why is the white balance on this so off? It like looks fine for me. It's just, I guess, holding this, the colors are, these pieces. Yeah, like, also here's a cool, you can't really see it. Here's a cool design you can do with the Rubik's Cube with like a few turns. So that's cool. Wow. Anyway. But yeah, the white cross that is the 4 edge pieces. Yeah, that's the first step you usually do. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just lost it. Oh well, it's fine. I still did it in 1 minute and 9 seconds, so there was that. I just could have done it faster. But anyways, yeah, this was my essay, so critique it all you like. It's not done yet, but hopefully it will be good eventually. We're writing that eventually. So beyond that, what else? I got a midterm to study for. Obviously, I'm not going to stream the studying for that midterm. That's I think the main thing of once I'm past that midterm, my schedule for doing other things kind of frees up more, or at least I can get back to like my more game dev-y schoolwork, which means I can stream more of that. So it'll be after the 12th, probably. Well, actually, maybe I'd say like the night of the 12th, so like the 13th when I'm going to really be able to, and that's when I'm going to start the DS stuff, as I just mentioned. And then after that, go into my tag game, probably, if I had to guess the sort of a timeline, I guess. But until then, I got to get them this AI thing. I got to study for, like, this is the class that this midterm is in. So I got to really get prepared for that. Got to finish some group project work. All sorts of fun stuff. But anyways, well, say part of me is like, it's like I have, high above average viewership. I don't want to like end the stream. How do I drag it out a little bit more? Is there any random topics? Like any random, like, you guys have any like programming questions to ask me, or any of my projects that you'd like to see, or whatever, or anything, any other questions or whatever have you. But then I'll probably end things off, I imagine, and then get to work on this other thing and whatnot. So yeah. Again, here, I'll leave this up as a kind of the ending screen thing. What's your favorite programming language? Ooh, probably C#, but that's only because of Unity, because of just, I like programming in Unity. I think in general, I quite like what I'm going to call visual programming. There's probably a term for it, and that's probably not the term. But I like with Unity, even if I'm not doing game dev stuff in Unity, doing programming that's more to achieve like a visual result. It's like, oh, look at this cube moving, stuff like that. More than just like, all this Python programming where at the end of the day, it's just text stuff. I mean, it's still cool here and there. Like, there's some cool things here and there, but I like the visual aspect that you get with Unity, even if I'm do things that's not like making a game specifically in Unity. Yeah, but C# I guess would be my answer there. Yeah. My first programming language was Python, interestingly enough. So yeah, cool. All that. Yeah, well, anyways, I guess I won't like drag things out too much, but thanks for dropping by, everyone. I appreciate you all being here, and yeah, I'm surprised. Like that was amazing being at the top of the Twitch thing. I'm probably not anymore, but even like, I guess it probably just depends on like who's streaming, just being at like the right hours of the day. Because there's probably like sometimes there's people in there that are like, what am I saying? So there's sometimes probably people that are there that are, like 200 viewers or whatever, and then I have no chance at competing with that at this point in time. But I'm just curious to see. Let's look at this together. People who are currently in the this 17, 13. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, pretty cool though. Pretty cool. Oh, there's my essay stuff. Perfect. All right. Well, yeah, I think we'll end things off here. Although one thing I want to do that I noticed, I'm gonna raid someone for the first time ever. I don't remember how to do that. I think I have to go to my creative dashboard. I keep saying that I'm gonna try and raid people at the end of my stream, but then I keep forgetting to do that. Every time it's like after I end the stream, I'm like, no, I didn't raid anyone. Well, I have 13 viewers. Let me figure out how raiding works. I don't know how, if it just like cuts me off or whatever, or when I've never done this before. I don't know the concept of, I know what rating is, and I've been rated before. I get the concept, just in terms of experiencing it from this end. So I'm gonna, in case it cuts me off, I'm gonna do my outro, and then that. You have a timer that will pop up? Ah, fair enough. Well, raid me. You're not streaming right now, are you? I didn't see that you were. But I just saw, well, actually, I don't even know. I clicked this button. Yeah, the only person that I'm following right now. I am following you, One Hit. I basically follow all of my followers. So it's just that none of them happen to be streaming right now. At one point, Odat Nerd, I need to raid him back. He's the guy that's giving me the most, like, he's rated me with like 15 people one time, and that was amazing. So yeah, but anyways, I guess I'll end things off, and then we're gonna see what happens there, and then I'll see you next time whenever I stream again, once I finish all the other work that will allow me to stream. But anyways, I think that'll do it for no, I forgot my outro. No, it's okay. That'll do it for this Jesus, no, I can do this. That'll do it for this live stream. If you liked it, look forward to more. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you around. All right, let's see what happens. Whop. This person, I think they do programming stuff, but they're not, they don't seem to be doing that right now, but I'm gonna raid anyway. Raiding in, Oh, okay, this is how things happen. Oh, are getting ready to, you have to actually, like, ready up? Oh, that's kind of cool. Check party? I literally, like, I have, thank you for the stream, no problem. I would like to keep streaming. I'm just not doing anything where I'm about to do a thing that I can't stream, otherwise I would. I want to keep streaming, and hopefully, and I get more time than I will be able to, or whatever. Currently, I got other things to do. I'm busy with school, but once I get that stuff done, then I will hopefully stream more. All right, let's do this. Blammo. Did it work? I don't know how this works. Did it go over? Hosting?
I thought he was gonna let me go because I was good enough to actually.
I'm learning about how figuring out how this works.
No way. Cyberchroma, Brandon, thank you so much for the
Cyberchroma.
Wait,
Yeah.
Can you? Who say?
All right. Well,
Say that?
I don't know if do I do stop streaming on my end now, or I don't know how this works. But also, yeah. All right. Well, I guess
Now I am.
I don't know. Oh, so the people that didn't raid, if they're still in my stream, is that how this works? I have no idea. But I'm probably gonna stop streaming on my end. So cool. Did this? I'm gonna get to my schoolwork stuff. So see you at the end of my stream or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. She can't hear me. But yeah. All right. Well, I'll stop the stream now. But anyways, I'll finish my outro for the people that are. I don't know how this works. If people are still seeing me, or I don't know how that works. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you around.
Guys,